Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of the Trip Sitters podcast. I'm your host, the Trip Keeper, Tales from the Trip, and with your other co host here, Vivec, with Vivec from the Trip. Um,
Inception.
yes, Inception, the someone who isn't Vivec. I like that one a lot, though. That was coming to my head. Um, So yeah, I guess we could just wait for people to come on and we
Yeah.
can get started.
Yeah, we're gonna do a new format this time for anyone
Welcome.
who watches the videos.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna be
see
doing
it.
some. I'm gonna. Oh, you can see. Oh, you can see it. Y'all bitch, you can see it.
Could see it, fucking mate.
Fucking
All right, guys, remember you gotta keep the number one crown. So John Doe,
John.
hey, keep it. But Rad Pal's coming behind you.
On mine, the number one is Jive Cat the Magnificent.
Jive Cat. Oh, they posted. Yeah, now they're number one.
It's the Great
Let's
Shinobi
go.
War. I sent a trip
It's
report
the
to Vivec
great
just the other
Shinobi
day.
one.
Oh, cool. I'll check that out. Yeah, I always get a lot of because that's how I get my trip reports for the emails. Did you still do the Reddit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reddit, and I find my own on Reddit as well.
Uh-huh.
But also Arrowwood, can't go wrong with Arrowwood. But
Yes.
I've been using Reddit a lot more than I have been using Arrowwood, which I feel better about because
It also
it
differentiates our
seems.
content as well.
Yeah, yeah. I know Arrowwood is they're official though. That's like the highest benefit of them, and they've been around for so long since the 90s. So
Mm,
I'll never stop using them, but I like to integrate both.
yes. Also, anybody who's live and direct right now, please let us know if there's any audio problems because I always ask this and then you upload it. Some guys are, it's fucked. The whole audio's fucked, and I'm listening back to it. I'm like, is it fucked or are you
Or is your
fucked?
computer even on?
Where's my
They're like
computer?
screaming at their computer, and there's no computer even around them. They're just in the middle of the ocean. They're like, "Arr, my pants fell off.
My pants
Wasted."
wasted. Oh my god, he said it. Would you like to?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, speaking Leonardo
Once
DiCaprio,
upon a
you watched
time,
that? You
and
watched that film that was really weird that you said. Can you just briefly?
fucking
Can you
terrible.
briefly tell us about that before we get into it? Because I wanted to
Uh,
pick your brain about that because I'm definitely going to watch it because it sounds very disturbed.
oh, yeah, I definitely would watch it if I were you, but yeah, it's called Don's Plum. And
Don's Plum.
basically,
Right, here we go. Here we go. Look, right. Boys and girls, we're fucking getting experimental. I'll put Donna Bloom. Don's Don's
Donna
Bloom.
Blue,
Don's Plum.
Don's Blue,
Don's
Don's Plum.
Don's Bloom.
Yeah, so it's basically these horny fucking teenagers, or I guess they're in their early 20s, and Toby Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio and two other guys are in it. I can't remember their
Oh my
names.
god, yeah, there's Toby
Uh,
Maguire. That's crazy.
yeah, and they were part in real life. They're part of this pussy posse where they were trying to like bang as many women as they can.
Oh no,
But
that's so bad.
yeah, and apparently a lot of this dialogue was improvised, and you could tell. Like, I feel like Leo is definitely like that in real life because, I mean,
Mm.
he don't date anyone over 25 and up. So, but back in the day, I guess it was at least they were the same age. But now it's very weird. But I feel like he's always been a hypersexual person, and I feel like his 90s image was going to be ruined by this film. He didn't want it to be released.
Yeah,
I
look
think
here,
they
that Don's Plum, the film Leonardo DiCaprio would rather forget. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he was apparently they wanted to just do a short film, but they made it into a feature length. So yeah, Toby Maguire didn't really do anything, to just, to take home, but Leonardo, I mean, he was just extremely misogynistic in the film, and he was like really mean to women, and it's bad, but like
Was he
it
affiliated with it in
seems
terms of like
legit.
the production? Did he write and direct it, or was it someone else's
Uh,
vision?
yeah, no, someone else directed it.
But I bet,
Um,
yeah, even with being an actor, I think there's still like some collaborative effort, isn't there? Well, there
Yeah,
definitely
because
is.
it just basically took place in a booth at Don's Plum Diner or whatever it's called. and yeah, they basically just harass women. And
It's crazy.
yeah, it's bad, and you can see the comments on the video. Whole movie's on YouTube, and people are like, "Who's here from TikTok? Who's here to see Leo?" And then they're like, they put a timestamp of when he's like making out and trying to have sex with the one girl. Like, "Oh, I wish that was me. I wish that was me." Like, why would you want someone like that? Like, yeah, he's handsome, but you throughout this whole movie he's saying this horrible stuff. Like, that's just degrading to yourself for even wanting to do that. Like, it's horrible. I hated it. It was
Mm,
disgusting. I didn't think, I mean, it was like so bad, but I couldn't look away. I
mm.
definitely was able to get through. The dialogue was like, you could listen to them talk. It's just you feel like you shouldn't be there and you shouldn't be listening to them. It shouldn't be made. That's what I feel like. I wish this movie wasn't made, but
I
yeah,
know, I
I
know what you
got through
feel.
it.
I know what you feel like. Where yeah, and if a movie has insufferable characters, I cannot connect with it, and I'll just be watching it like a train wreck rather than like actual art.
Yeah, and it was just it felt like it was trying to be an art house film when it just wasn't. It was just I feel like they just picked up a camera and was like, "All right, let's just do this improvise this dialogue, something that we just usually do anyway, me and Toby and the boys picking up pussy."
I can't
Um
believe
but
it.
yeah, it's Spider-Man is definitely a lot better for Toby
Yeah, definitely.
than Don's Plum for sure.
Didn't you say you've only
I
just
didn't like any
recently?
performance. I like the one girl. Oh, watch the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I did. The only one I haven't seen yet is Across the Spider-Verse. That's the only one I'm missing. I started watching it, but I wasn't really getting into it. I
Oh,
really want to finish it
the
though.
second one in this seat. Yeah, the
Yeah, and everyone says it's like one of the best ones, so I'm like, okay, well, it probably gets a lot better. It
visually
was,
definitely have
yeah,
to.
well, visually, that's the first one I saw in theaters. I thought it was fantastic, but then
Me
now
too.
everyone's starting to copy it, like the animation style, which I don't like. It's like how Scream did to the horror genre, you know?
Yeah, and it sort of
It's
it
what did to
degrades like
animation.
it degrades sort of the entertainment and enjoyment you can get out of revisiting the first one because you're like, oh wow, my brain's been like savaged, ravaged by these homogenous like attempts to try and capture that, isn't it? Like it. So when the third one,
Perfect way to put it.
yeah, when the third one comes out, that's whatever it's going to be called, Into the Spider Verse,
Beyond
up and
the
down.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
I
is that
think.
it? Yeah,
Up and
yeah.
down the spider.
Fucking flying. Yeah, I'll watch
Flying,
it
dude.
because I do like those two films. I thought that the second one was a bit weaker, and the writing I felt a lot weaker to me, to be honest. The first one
Oh,
felt.
wow.
I think the second one, I don't know when things like the first one, I didn't even know they were going to do a second one. To be fair, but I mean, I knew they were going to because it's money. But
Yeah.
it felt very self-contained, and I really liked it. And it was whimsical. It was funny. It didn't have. It was a bit quippy, but it wasn't Marvel grade quippy. But then the second one, I don't know.
Right.
I just I couldn't really connect as much with the story, but from a technical aspect, I just was enamored by what was going on. It's just fucking beautiful, beautiful movie.
Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna feel by the end of it because I'm like 40 minutes in and I'm still
This
like
guy's
trying
the
to get
best part
into
of
it.
it. This splodge geezer, this dude. He was the best part of that entire film. No, he was the funniest part of it, and also like the trippiest aspect.
Wait, the one where he was opening portals and stuff?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Rorschach test looking dude.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was interesting. I got to see him a little bit. I like that kind of villain, or is it a villain? I don't even
Have
know.
you ever watched? Speaking of Rorschach, have you watched Watchmen?
Oh, dude, it's top 15 for me. I love that film.
Sick, yeah. I mean,
I,
I'm obsessed with the Watchmen graphic novel, and a lot of like, no,
oh, me too.
it's not the same as the novel, and I don't care. It's just like it has a lot of style and personality, and it was
Yeah.
fun. Like, it was a nice contrast to
No, I
superheroes.
yeah, yeah, no, it's that's what really got me into DC. Well, The Dark Knight came out right before that, a year before, and then I saw Watchmen in theaters because, yeah, I saw it in theater. I was like 9 years old, and I was not expecting to see boobies in a superhero movie. I'm like, what the heck? This movie is very mature.
I
But that's
never.
one of those movies I've liked ever since I was a kid up until now. I've seen it countless times. Definitely Zack Snyder's best movie in my opinion that I've seen. I haven't seen 300, but
Me
I
neither.
think he's really really good. And because I know he's been doing bad movies, but that he'll always have a soft spot because of Watchmen. I love Dr. Manhattan, his character. I
Mm,
like when they go into his backstory and they use Prut Igo and Prophecies by Philip Glass. Oh, one of the best 8 minutes of cinema. One of the best 8 minute scenes of cinema, in my opinion, for sure. Flashback scene, maybe. It's just beautiful how his story comes up. He gets created, and then the beautiful ambient soundtrack is in the back. It goes perfectly with it. And then
yep.
when he gets his powers, the opera comes in. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
That's
epic.
great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I would like to see. I don't know. Well, I don't really know what else there is to adapt. There's a few like obscure. They'll adapt everything, won't they? There's a few obscure, like mature. Um, this art style, this type of comic book. There's the more stuff by the guy who made this. What's he called? Alan Moore. Yeah, who made. Was it The Invisibles or something? They'll probably adapt
Hmm.
that one day, and people will complain about it, and it'll either be good or bad.
Right.
Yeah, that was.
Dread was kind of a good. I
Oh
like this
yes.
the remake. Now, I haven't seen the first one, but I heard it's really bad.
Oh, with
So I
Stallone.
refuse to watch it. But I love Dread. Oh, I love that movie. It's one of my
That's
favorites
that
ever.
Judge Dredd is easily one of the most goated British comic books of all time. It's absolutely
Hmm.
insane.
I
Yeah,
didn't know it was British.
yeah. It's what's it called? 2000 AD. Yeah, that's it. I
Hmm.
think that was I think it was the publication. And obviously it's very America themed, but yeah, through the
It
lens of a
definitely is. Yeah.
British person. But there's some crazy ass people in Judge Dredd. Like you've got all the other judges, like Judge Death, like he's some creepy ass mofo. All the other judges, yeah, the designer is just exceptional. Oh
Yeah.
wow, what a beginning! What a beginning to this episode. It's everything's changing. Everything's changing.
Yeah, they're just waiting for people to come in, but I like, those are some definitely comic book movies I like. But back to Spider-Man, I want to know what's your
Spider-Man.
favorite Spider-Man movie? It could be animated or live action.
Well, it's got to be Spider-Man 3, hasn't it? I just love it.
Really? Spider-Man 3 is
I,
your favorite?
like in terms of what if I a favorite, I have like favorite two types of favorite things in terms of franchise peak autism. This, but like if I'm gonna, let's say like this podcast ends, and I was like, right, if I want to watch a Spider-Man movie, which one am I going to watch? I'm going to watch this one because it's probably the funniest and the most messy, and like the most ambitious, and it's just strange, and it doesn't quite land on any cylinders really. But the best one, of course, I would say is Spider-Man 2. But if I was gonna go
Hmm.
non Raimi, I mean, I don't like any of them. The fucking Tom Holland ones, to be fair. So it's got to be the first Spider Verse film. So it's either
Okay,
they're my top three, I'd say.
what do you think about the Amazing Spider-Man
Oh God, I
movies?
forget they even exist. Yeah, that's
I
that's
like those. I don't know. People don't like the second one. I know Adam doesn't like it. Which I mean, it's definitely they definitely were trying to do stuff that wasn't gonna be they were planning, but it never came to be. But I like what they did with Gwen Stacy. They weren't afraid to do that. Like nowadays, that would never happen with Mary Jane, where she actually, spoiler alert,
oh
but
yeah, she gets
you
murked.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've
that was
not
a
seen that.
surprise to me.
I don't think I've actually. There was this. Yeah, there was two, wasn't there? There was two. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've actually ever like watched these two in full.
Oh
I've just
wow.
yeah. So I'd be interested to check them out just to see like how they did it, and I don't know what villains are in it because I'm not really into Marvel or like comic books as a whole, but I do like the Spider-Mans and I like the Batmans, and I like the Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man mostly because I feel like that universe has got the best villains out of the Marvel uh, villain file.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Am I just having two villains? Like who are the villains? Oh, the
Electrode.
Rhino's a serious geezer. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's cool.
Yeah, Electrode, and then there's
Oh,
like
and
what
Lizard
is it?
Man.
Another Green Goblin. Yeah, Lizard Man was in the first one.
Oh
He was the
right.
only
Yeah,
one.
because when I watched Spider-Man one, I mean, I got into Spider-Man through the Raimi films, so then obviously started exploring the comic books, and I was like, oh my god, I really like this. It was the first comic book universe that I've connected with, and I thought, oh, this is great. And then I was, oh, these all these really interesting villains, and I obviously me as I went out however old I was, and I think I was like 10 when Spider-Man 3 came out. Watched it in cinema as well. That's another reason I love it so much, is because I watched it in cinema, so it's very nostalgic. Um, yeah, I was like, oh my god, Spider-Man 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by Raimi's gonna have. We're gonna get the lizard, and we're gonna get the blue guy and the rhino, and I was like, oh shit, it's all over,
Yeah, and then a couple years later, there was Amazing Spider-Man.
and we're back. But it
Uh,
was just
but
not the
that
same. It's just not the same. It's sad.
Yeah. One thing with the Sam Raimi ones, though, I don't like Mary Jane's and Peter's relationship whatsoever. It's so weird to me. I've only seen the third one for my whole life. I was telling you that, but people here, who don't know, I watched Spider-Man 3 hundreds of times when I was a kid, and I just recently watched the first two for the first time ever. And now I'm like, I put all the pieces together. I'm like, I was thinking this whole time that him and Mary Jane were like this perfect couple, you know. Um, but I had no idea that they
Mm.
were like that.
Mm.
I really do like. I think the second one is definitely the best, objectively and subjectively too. I'd say I would have said the third. Just like a month ago, I'd say that's my favorite, but I put it down a little bit because it definitely went down in quality for me. But yeah, the second one, the train scene, and when they find out who he is, and he's like, he's just a kid. Like that scene was very powerful. I like that scene a lot.
Cool. Yes, I think I'll probably might try that out. To be honest, it's definitely a missing piece of my Spider-Man consumption. So yeah, definitely check that out. Even if I don't love it, I'm just interested to see how they do it because of the featuring some of the more interesting villains.
Yeah, no,
Sweet,
their
man.
chemistry is really good. Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker is probably one of my favorite, on screen relationships with them. They definitely have such good chemistry. So you'll definitely like that.
Nice. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff to
Yeah,
look forward to.
lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff, mate.
All right. You want to go? Also, before getting to wasted, I just want to say a couple days ago, my Instagram got suspended once again, so I
Mm,
had to make a new one. So if you want to follow me at the Trip Keeper YT, short for YouTube, there, and I'll be posting there if anyone was interested in knowing. I just want to say that, so I let people know.
mm.
Um,
And it's in the description as
also,
well if you want to click it using the old fingers.
oh, there you go. Yeah, it's in there too. And speaking of description boxes, people need to read description boxes because I get so many comments about so many different things, and a
Our
lot of the
audience
questions could be
our
answered by
audience
doing
is
that.
just clearly younger than us, and the way they interface with YouTube and the internet is very different, is what I've realized. And I've had to like try and wrap my head around that because I just feel like, yeah, when I say like, oh well, click on this link, they're not actually clicking on it, they're probably tapping on it because most people on the phones. So then you've got YouTube's really complicated, so you can hype it up on the phone, but and you can watch it on your TV, but you can't comment on the TV. Versus back in the day
Mm,
when I was making YouTube videos, I mean, I was making for people who were on the PC. Like that's what it was because before it reached all the other
yeah,
platforms. So it was the whole structure. It was different. And me being a like modern YouTuber now, I'm having to like sort of terraform the channel around it, which is a bit sad because I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's bias, whatever. But I do feel like this this platform YouTube is definitely past its golden age, and maybe we might see another golden age, but I don't know. It was a special time, the
yeah,
2010s.
definitely. Yeah, it felt like all the people who were popular back then were actually like almost celebrities.
Even
They
here, look,
definitely,
old YouTube in it. Look at all the
yeah. Now it's like, I mean, you and me.
style,
Look at us. We're
minimalism.
and then there's people who have AI. Like that's another thing. I cannot stand getting those comments. Like I am not AI, brother. All you have to do is literally. I put in the videos now for the past few months that says this video does not use AI whatsoever. I put it in the video.
But
So
then they'll just be
and
like, well, he's saying that because it is AI, because he's trying to reverse psychology as or something. So you can't win with some people, so you just gotta
you
like,
can't win.
no, you just gotta
Yeah,
let
I
them
just
go.
ignore those. I ignore those. And it's sad
Funny
when
that I
people
don't.
respond and they're like, I think he is. Like, what?
Just mad in it.
No.
It's mad.
But I like when someone actually defends me, which most of the time they do. I mean, I guess it's not really like I shouldn't be mad at someone for thinking that I am AI. It's just the frequency of the comments. It's just angry because I know nowadays, like I'm skeptical of if I see they have a couple thousand subscribers and they just started and they I could tell with these video formats they have like the top 7 levels of the universe or something like that, and it's like the darkest theories to fall asleep to. Like those are all AI channels, but not you and me. We're not AI, so we can
Not
promise you
yet.
that we are full.
Until we
Right, I
until
haven't gotten
we sell our channels to the like Chat GPT or something.
right. Use our voices and
Hello, it is Vivek. I'm the trip keeper. Today we are looking at Salvia Divinorum.
I do not condone that. I do not wish anybody to do that with my voice, by the way. That is a request I think everybody should follow. So please do not use my voice for AI things, unless you're doing like a little like thing for yourself, but you're not using it to post to make content
Yeah,
online.
just like
If
a
you're just
remix.
doing yeah, like a remix, you could do a funny video or just like yeah, just something like that. But no content of your own, please. Get you use your own voice. You'd be surprised.
Yes, you'll be
You
surprised.
might have it in
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You'll be surprised. Your voice is probably not as annoying as you think. I must say. Oh, thank you very much for the donation, Jive Cat the Magnificent. Also, big ups
Oh
for having an
shoot!
interesting username as well. Getting late here,
There
so I'm
you
going to
go.
duck out. Hope you like the trip report, mate. 7 gram Cubensis, my first trip report. Much love. Hail Eris. Fuck Nigel Farage. Oh my god, that's so base.
That
That's so base. Boring. Yeah, no, nice one, mate. Really appreciate that.
guy knows. He
He
knows.
not too much.
All right. So I think we've had a long enough intro for this. So we are our podcast today. We're going to be talking about the movie Wasted from 2002, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, 2002.
Very obscure.
Um, very very obscure, and if I can remember, I think her name is Ursula. She recommended to us. I think she responds to our lives a lot,
Oh,
so
that's
give
great.
her a shout out. Yeah, I think it was her. I'm pretty sure it was. But Wasted, I'll just read you the plot summary. It's directed by Stephen K. Curiosity kills. A high school track star, Nick Stahl, watches without judgment as his two best friends, Summer Phoenix and Aaron Paul, abuse heroin. You might be thinking, Aaron Paul, drug movie, Breaking Bad? No, this is
So
pre Breaking Bad. And he's very there's similar qualities to their characters in this film. I think you could definitely see I I think for sure Vince Gilligan got was made him a meth addict from this movie. That no doubt in my mind right now because he does
sure.
such a good job as a heroin addict, but especially when he does meth and heroin in Breaking Bad. I mean, that's impeccable euphoria acting right there.
Hmm.
But in this movie, it's so believable, Aaron Paul. I mean, he's the only thing with him is that he's just got perfect teeth. dr- like meth addicts and heroin addicts, they don't really, I'm not trying to say that for they don't keep up on you brushing their teeth and stuff, but that's just like what people see. But Aaron Paul just has extremely white straight teeth, and that's the part I never understood with that. They could have like put something in his mouth or something, but it's not a big issue or anything. It makes it a little less realistic, especially if you're super addicted. But yeah, in this movie, it was heroin, so I guess it's a little different. It didn't really matter, but for Breaking Bad, I believe it should have been a little different. But I did like Aaron Paul. He played a guy named Owen. He basically was a murderer. Can we say that he's a serial murderer,
He's a bad guy.
serial overdoser? Yeah, every time he was around someone, you just kerplunk, goodbye.
His whole
I don't want to
character
spoil
arc,
that,
his
but
whole character arc, not to spoil it, is what he symbolizes is he's just not arsed, he's not bothered that he's a heroin addict. It's just like let's just keep doing it, like just fucking life of the party, man. Like let's go. Like, what's the big deal? He was interesting how
yeah,
all the characters contrast each other in the way their relationship with the substance. I really liked this film. It flew by. It was so fun, but also
me too.
pretty brutal as well, and also like not. It was pretty on the nose, but it was written well, so I wasn't really bothered. Like the writing was good. Any other film tackling this subject in the way this did could have really fucked in. It could almost be like offensive to like people who are actually going through this, and I think it was actually really quite a whilst it was very stylistic, it was also a realistic portrayal of like how people relate to heroin addiction or any addiction.
Yeah, I think it did a really good job at portraying heroin addiction, how it can easily consume you with any addiction. That she made a point across in the movie. She said it quite a bit of times where the biggest lies they say is that you do it once and that's it. Like, no, you could do it once. Like the one guy, Chris, Nick Stahl's character, like, he's going through the movie, you think he's like gonna be the supportive boyfriend the whole time, and then he spirals into an addiction himself. And it's crazy because before that, I guess I could have thought that maybe that could have happened because he's around him, but like I thought after seeing Samantha, Summer Phoenix's character, like seeing her almost die in the bathroom, that would like make you change. And you can tell Owen's character, Aaron Paul's character, Owen, that he was just not gonna change it up. He was just gonna keep doing it. So that didn't surprise me. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was definitely an emotionally impactful story. I don't get the reviews on Letterboxd, how it's getting so much hate. I don't know if you gotta look at them, but a
Nah.
lot of
I was
half
gonna look at him. I
stars.
was gonna look at him, but it spoils my my rating for it. But I'll just So I'll go on the letterbox when I do my full little breakdown. But
Yeah, no,
what was the main criticism that they were giving it?
there's really they don't have any main criticisms. It's just like they're just not giving it a good score. Like someone called it a Lifetime movie when it was an MTV movie.
Hmm.
Someone gave it a half star for
Okay.
Aaron Paul. Like what?
What?
Someone said 2.5. This is what you show kids in school when the district won't let you show train spotting, which I don't know.
Do they
I don't
even
think
show
that's a
train spotting in schools? I had no
yeah, they
idea.
would never show train spotting in school. Like this would be a good movie to show in schools. Like I don't see that as a diss at all.
Yes, because train
Um,
spotting is too abstract and subtle and nuanced to be shown in school as to children and teenagers because it can be easily misconstrued because the film's so stylistic and entertaining versus this very much feels like you said before when we were talking about it. It's like the way the camera work and the shots and just the overall like the resolution and whole image clarity. It feels like you're on fucking drugs. It
oh, it's
feels like
so
you're in a day.
ugly.
You're in a day. Yeah, it's ugly and you're in a daze. But like that's what I really really liked about it. Even though it was like it wasn't 100% enjoyable, and so you could say like, oh, you could make a better movie with this entire idea and the cast and all the events and everything. Just make the image cleaner or the camera cleaner, but that's really like part of the whole film's style, to be honest.
Yeah.
Grainy. That's a very high quality image. That you can actually watch this movie on YouTube, by the way, folks. It's for free on the YouTubes because this movie doesn't. I mean, you know this is obscure because this movie doesn't even have a Wikipedia article. That's how you fucking know. That's
Oh
how you know.
wow.
That's how you know we plucked this from the abyss, or Ursula plucked it from the abyss.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Ursula because that's a good recommendation. I really didn't think I thought before going, I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna be a 3 out of 5. But hey, I end up giving it 4. I saw your score. I'm like, I gave it a 4 right after the movie ended last night because it was really impacting me.
Hmm.
And I think watching Don's Plum right after really dragged me down. I think that's what maybe put it down to 3.5. But then, I started thinking about it again, and what you were saying, you really liked them. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4.
Hmm.
It deserves a 4, and it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like
I,
top of the line, but
I
it's
can't lie.
good.
I can't lie. There's a huge component of me enjoying this in the fact that it is Aaron Paul's like Jesse Pinkman prototype, isn't it? Let's be serious.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's not gone quite like yo bitch, where's the meth? He's like more sort of like yeah, but more subdued like that. Holy fuck! And it's interesting to see like he's got it in him there, and I guarantee Vince Gilligan he must have watched this because I mean he doesn't even need to say it, does it? It's just obvious. Like this film is about Aaron Paul on drugs dealing with addiction. Like this paved the way from getting into Breaking Bad, and this is the fascination surrounding it mainly for me, and why I would show it again like to other people like who love Breaking Bad because I mean Aaron Paul is an infectious actor and he's the best part of this movie by far.
Yeah, no, he was definitely entertaining. Every time he came on, he played a good job at
Fucking
being an
wasted.
asshole too.
Yeah.
But I like, yeah, right, wasted. But I really like his arc in this film because I think he did grow. By the end of it, I mean, there's nothing else he could do. But yeah, no, he just I liked how his character was consistent through everything, through all the people that was dying around him. He's like, no, I'm still getting high. I don't give a fuck. I need to do this. This is more of a reason to. And everyone around him's like, dude, stop. You got to stop doing it. He's like, no, man, that's perfect. Do it, bitch. He
Yeah.
didn't say that, but
Yeah. The
and his name is
falsies.
Owen. That's not a name I've heard in a while. So
Owen.
shout out.
Yeah, Owen.
Yeah.
Is that not a big American name? I know loads of Owens in England. It might be. It sounds like a very
It
English
used to
name.
be. It used to be. I heard it before when I was younger, so it's just like I don't hear it as much anymore. Like only Owen I can think of is Owen Wilson, but I can't think of
Wow.
anyone else.
Yeah, the other guy was called Chris, wasn't he? The other geezer, and
Yeah,
I was saying before to you that he's John Connor in Terminator 3, and I've seen him in other stuff as well. But yeah, that's probably his most famous role, I'd say. So
yeah, he
there's
looks so
there's
familiar.
some cool faces in this. I liked the cast, like just on a surface level. I liked how they looked. They did the stylistic choice of like casting these people. Is really good. Sort of the contrast just between them, and she was an engaging female lead, and I empathise with her a lot. I've talked about the fact that like my
For sure.
first girlfriend was addicted to heroin, so I've seen a lot of the darkness of heroin addiction myself. So yeah, that really struck a chord with me. Didn't expect it to be so so heartfelt and yeah whatever, like say this guy's he's like it's clear that this movie was made with good intentions but the whole thing came across as a bit too after school special, and I was like well mate it was literally fucking aired on MTV like as a drug, an actual like smart drug PSA. It was using a drug, it was a drug PSA depicted through like art, through film. This is how it goes, brother. Like in it, like this is just this is reality this is the reality of this drug. And there was a lot of good quotes from her as well, regarding how it feels and heroin and like well and just basically just not even justifying but just sort of like making an argument for like why do I do it. It's like well once you've done it and you feel it and you've got some bad shit going on in your life, that instantly becomes the best thing. So why wouldn't your brain keep going for it? So it allows you to empathise with addicts as well. So I think it's fairly powerful for a after school special.
Yeah, no, that is given off pretentious to me when they say that kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
for what it was, it's a good film, and I of course, there's films I've given fours that are, better made, better. I mean, I don't even know. This movie was pretty well acted to me,
Same.
but just like, yeah, overall, like, I'm trying to say though, like a higher quality film, like, yeah, those deserve fours, but this movie, the emotional impact alone is the reason why. And then of course the acting was just like, it was so believable. Everything was so, and the parents, they looked actually like parents.
Mm.
Like they look like their actual parents. Like I wrote that down in my notes. I'm like, damn, these people look like they're actually family. And I really like the dad character. He was in a couple other things too. He was very supportive, which I really like. Usually, they're, with these drug movies, you have it where they want to disown their kid for doing drugs, but every single time she slipped up, he was right there, be like, give her a hug and give her a kiss. Like that's the kind of parental figure you need in your life if you're going through that. And she was able to get through it. She's the one who survived. Like that's what she needed. Like the other ones, spoiler alert. We're gonna get into spoilers now. So three, two,
Let's
one.
jam.
That's your warning. Chris, the main guy, he goes through. So his dad starts sleeping with this senior, or I guess she might have graduated high school by that point. Hopefully, because that would have added to the crimes. But
Mm.
he left for her and left his mom, and like there's so many reasons that he could have done drugs, but he didn't. But the only he just decided to do it because I think his leg pain
Mm.
was getting to him, but there was actually a scene before that where they were her and him and Samantha were screwing, and he asked about the heroin. So like he was intrigued. I think he's always been intrigued by it, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I could do it, and he did it, and he didn't have, like, she was as much as support as she could have been, but his mom was going through a lot, so she couldn't be there. The coach let him go, so when he passed away, it made a lot of sense that he did. But yeah, it kind of just happened. Like you knew he was going to go back to the house and do it. Like, you just knew when she kept on saying it. Like that was maybe the only thing that was like, okay, you're doing a little bit too much there. You're not subtle about it whatsoever.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, I think his character, it was definitely deserved to go through something like that. I mean, he didn't deserve to die, but like it's just that emotional impact was definitely more. I like how she was the lone survivor, and Aaron Paul, he's going to be in prison for how long? I don't know. But yeah, yeah, it's a lot of trauma, but support is really big, and that's why I think she made it through.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And
What's
Aaron Paul's parents, Owens, they didn't even care,
yeah.
or they didn't even know, I guess.
What's interesting as well, I just remembered that at the beginning of the film it says that it's a response to the heroin overdoses that were going on in Plano, Texas, in the
Yeah.
90s. So you can see why this movie was made, in a sense. So in the 90s, MTV was huge, of course. So this was played on MTV, and I obviously had a DVD release, but it wasn't like an actual film. But yeah, it says here MTV 17th of March 2002. Yeah, and it apparently is a bit of trivia. It won the 2003 Prism Award for television movie or miniseries, and it's an award show that specifically like recognizes art and entertainment that is based on drugs and addiction and mental health. So there you go. This film, yeah, even though it could feel like an after school PSA, it actually it was this film has a heart and intent, and I was trying to like enlighten people to this very dark topic. So not every fucking movie needs to be a masterpiece like Trainspotting, and it's on MTV. Man, come on, get a grip. On top of that, the beauty of it being on MTV is that you get this absolutely banging soundtrack, and that was another reason I loved it. I loved all of the tunes, and I recognised pretty much all of them. You got POD, Alive. When movies came on by Alien Ant Farm, I was like, oh god, I love this. Screaming Infidelities. That tune was made for this film. Even their music video has clips from the film in it.
Hmm.
Sugar Cult, yeah, Help Is Around the Corner by Coldplay. I was like, my G's pulling out Coldplay deep cuts for this. Like, it just had a lot of personality. That's why I love a film with personality, and this film had it in spades. And that's why I personally gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So,
Ooh boy.
yeah, and if I was gonna get really autistic, it would be a like 7.8 or something. I wouldn't say it's like an 8 out of 10
Yeah.
on IMDb, but it's like it's
Right.
verging on an 8 for like me in enjoyment. So
Closer to an 8 than a 7.
oh, reviews from friends. This almost feels like a comfort drug. This trip cute. The trip cute. Like, this almost feels like a comfort drug movie. Bad shit happens, but it's like the world keeps revolving and life continues on. Man, definitely a hidden gem. Well, I think I'll give his review a 1 like.
Oh, I thank you so much.
I love the contrast in the popular reviews, like 5, you got 4, and then the third most popular one is a half a star, and I'm like, when a film has ratings like that, I'm just instantly interested because it's polarizing. Anything that's
Yes.
polarizing is just, oh my god, I'm just all over that. Like,
You're either gonna love it or hate it.
yep,
There's no in betweens.
and the
And on this
consensus.
side, I love this one.
Yes, absolutely. The consensus from most people is it's 3 stars. So majority of people who watch this recognize like a 3 star. What does that symbolize? You recognize the art in it, but it didn't quite hit the mark for you to be like, whoa, that's a good movie that I want to watch again. So that's probably the general consensus. Then you go on Rotten Tomatoes, which is basically a bunch of pompous snobs rating it on popcorn meter because it's all critics and well audiences who thinks the fucking Roger Ebert and that. Although you look here,
Hmm.
and even on Rotten Tomatoes, 3 stars, 2.5 stars, 4, 5. I'm like, people can't agree whether this movie is good or
Yeah,
bad.
no, I don't think anybody gave it a 3, really. Only a few people. I think either people gave it 2s and 4s or 5s and 1s.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to say. I think, like I said, you either gotta love it or hate this movie. I don't understand how you can. Okay, I can understand like seeing it from that point of view where you think it's an MTV movie, it's just an anti-drug PSA, like it's a Lifetime. Like, I could see why you would think that, but thinking that makes no sense to me because it's just not. It's more than that. There's actually like there's heart and purpose in here, and they definitely were trying. Like, they weren't bullshitting around. They weren't just coming in this movie for a check. They came to it to help people. You could tell like these like Aaron Paul and uh, uh, whatever his name, Nick Stahl,
Yeah.
Summer Phoenix. They all came in knowing that this is going to be an important movie, and they took it seriously. And they weren't. I mean, they weren't big at the time. I mean, I guess Terminator 3 had just come out around that time, or a little bit
I
after, a
think it
little
was
bit
a year
before. I don't
later. I
know.
think it was a year later,
Year
Terminator
later,
3. So
so
he probably got
shit. They
that
probably
from.
saw.
Yeah, exactly. Got
Yeah,
probably
they
got from
I
this.
was like, damn, this guy can act. Let's make him a heroin Terminator. I never
Those
seen Terminator
opioids.
3 yet, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah, I quite
But
like it. It's like the Spider-Man 3 of the Terminator films, I would say.
oh, okay.
It's,
Well, I'll definitely watch it then.
please
Yeah.
do. Uh, People forget how big of a deal MTV was. I mean, like we had MTV, like
Oh,
maybe a stripped
dude.
back version in the UK, but people forget like a lot of our audience is just like the youngest of Gen Z, some of them, and they don't know just how big of a deal it was, and
Yeah.
it was a magical time full of great
Oh man, they
things.
had great shows on, and you'd wait for the music videos to come on. I remember 2004, 2005. I was waiting all night to listen to Candy Shop by 50 Cent. When I was a kid, I'm like, Mom, I want to listen to it, please. She let me stay up for it. I loved 50 Cent when I was a kid, surprisingly, and Britney Spears. But they had such good shows on there. Next, where they would just, it was the dating show, where they come off the bus and be like, they either go on a date with them, see how long they can last, or it was
Yeah,
the funniest when they would come out and be like, next, or like they'd skip. I forgot what they said, but yeah, that Pimp My Ride on MTV, or is that?
perhaps.
Yeah, it was one of the shows. Either way, it's very similar. And then the Cribs. How could you not love Cribs? Cribs was one of my favorite shows ever to watch. I love being able to enter these celebrities' homes, see what kind of lavish life they were living in and everything.
Was
But yeah, this
the Osbournes
dropped
on
on it.
MTV,
Um,
or was it on
I
something else?
think I think it might have been on something else.
What? Here we
Um,
go. Let's see what
maybe VH1
what
or
what station was the Osbournes on? I mean, in my head.
oh, wait, it was MTV.
Oh, hooray! My brain worked.
Dang, I watched that on there too. I remember my
Yes,
mom
that was the biggest
would always
one
play
in the
it.
UK. That was the biggest reality show from MTV that we
See, that makes a lot
consumed.
of sense
Cause
because
yeah,
of
pretty fucking
Birmingham.
Aussie, isn't it? So
Yeah, go.
the other big one has got to be Beavis and Butthead. Like that is a staple.
Oh
Everyone knows
gosh,
about Beavis and Butthead in England,
yeah,
even if you
Mike
didn't watch
Judge.
MTV. And my personal favorite and one of my favorite shows of all time is Daria. They're my absolute. Oh, that's my heart. I love that show so much. It's foundational for me in terms of like my interest in sort of like American 90s subculture. Even though Beavis and Butthead was funny, Daria was like an exploration of like it was like an animated sitcom. Really, it's so sick.
That's cool. Yeah, MTV. Um, they had so many shows, and it's crazy how the differences between the UK and America. It's not that far off, you know.
We just got
You're
a neutered like limited version of everything in America. Like we wouldn't get Adult Swim, but you'd find Adult Swim shows scattered across like Sky TV, which was the main like what we would have called what you guys call cable, expanded TV in a sense, not like just normal stuff. And fucking loads of good stuff on there. I can't really remember much Adult Swim stuff that I watched when I was younger. I mainly watched it on my PC. But yeah, so much good stuff.
do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch on
Oh,
MTV? The
yeah, that's
stop motion.
was that yeah, because
Oh
that was
man.
the precursor to Robot Chicken, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah. I swear Seth Green was involved in it, but yeah, that's where Robot Chicken spawned from, or at least if he didn't make it, that's where the idea to do it in the stop motion, like with toys and stuff. Like, yeah, I love Robot Chicken. It's a bit hit or miss
Yeah,
sometimes with
because
humor, but like it's always creative, which is what I like about
yeah, it's definitely not appropriate for when I was watching it
it.
at all. But yeah, no, it's a good show.
Just going back
Um,
to Wasted, I wanted to say it before I forget this because of my brain forgets stuff. Was my favorite thing about the film by far, like in a thematic sense, and the thing that really struck me was the commentary on the fact that like these kids in this white suburb, red picket fence suburb in America, ordinary middle class suburban teens, they've got everything materially in a sense, like with their lives, and that the real like sort of horror of the film is not that like yeah well obviously heroin is not very good and it definitely destroys people, but it destroys people who have nothing, and oftentimes yeah like homeless people get attracted to it because why wouldn't they, but these kids
right.
they're not like adults in Train Spotting or Requiem for a Dream. These are kids, they're like literally like teenagers, and they have everything but they still find ordinary life completely insufferable and intolerable, and it draws them towards the ultimate well the ultimate hit, to give their life meaning again. And she does a little monologue describing that, which was really powerful. And that was the moment when I was like, oh, this is going to be more than just lol. This is just like an expose or case study in teenagers getting shooting up that fucking smack shit. It was like actually
Yeah.
genuinely quite profound that bit.
Yeah, the opening when they're all talking when she was first dating Owen and the Chris guy was there, or whoever was there, I don't know. But yeah, when she started talking about it, I'm like, that's my boyfriend, and they were all doing drugs, and then really early in, she overdosed. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be like that. I'm like, well, she's probably not gonna do it again, and
Yeah,
she does it again,
yeah,
and
because it's
that's the
like
thing with this,
are they
you can't
actually
stop.
chasing pleasure and euphoria and good feelings, or are they just like are they chasing self destruction because it gives their lives meaning? Like she even says, I love that bit where she goes to the sort of like NA, the Narcotics Anonymous type meeting. I can't remember the exact specifics of what it was, but she was talking
Mhm.
about how she's like, yeah, I've been sober for this amount of time, and I guess my head's pretty clear and I'm not in pain. But then she goes on to actually reveal the truth. She's like, to be honest, like I've my all of my whole friends were predicated around the party, like drug taking,
Yeah.
seshy lifestyle, and she also loves them. Like they're her meaning in life, her connection to the community, and that's all she knows. And to get sober means she's lost that. So I was like, whoa, this is pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, it felt like a genuine, like that's something that someone with who was a heroin addict would say at an NA meeting.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're all like, we got some if you want to get some more. That one guy who was hitting on her all the time,
Mm.
who beat up Aaron Paul. That was a surprise. He's like, I could get some. I didn't know he was gonna do that. That was funny. But yeah, no, it is very emotionally impactful film. The one thing, two things I wanted to point out, there's two funny things, is when uh, Aaron Paul is walking through the hallways and he's interchanging as Elvis walking through, pretend like he's the coolest guy ever when he's just walking. He looks like a horrible drug addict person walking through. And then after his friend he didn't die right. Well, he was dead, but they didn't announce that he was dead at that point, but he was. And then I really like someone commented this, or maybe it was a review, but I really like the time near the end when he kept trying to call Samantha, and she's like, "I'll let it vibrate. It's the most pleasure he's ever given me," or something in my life. That I thought that was a really like that just goes to show how much she really did not like him. She was only there with him for the heroin euphoria, not for anything else. And they were definitely, her and Chris were definitely a much better couple for each other when they were actually focused on each other. That's like such a healthy relationship. But every time someone went around Owen, it just caused destruction, death. And the last one really got to me because it got to him too. Like you just see, he was like, "Oh, I've messed up big time this time," because he was never a bad person. All the things that was just the drugs talking. Like it's crazy because that's kind of how friends are. And especially when drugs take over your mind, like you say things you don't mean.
Yeah.
And Euphoria did a good job at that too. It's Zendaya's character, but he was like, you would think that him and Chris, they weren't going to be friends, but they just kept on talking, kept on keeping up with each other, and like they're just very up and down, but a lot of ups. And the downs were very down, but a lot of ups. But at the end of the day, he was that guy, Chris. He was looking out for him, even though he took his girlfriend. But I mean, he didn't love her anyway, so there's
Yeah.
really not stealing at that
What are
point.
you gonna do?
Yeah, but at the end there, I think that was a big one where the young girl passed away. That
Mm.
was big because the dad was about to go kill him. I mean, shit, I probably would feel that way too if that happened to my daughter or son.
Yeah, there's a lot
Uh,
of emotions running through this film by far. There's sadness, pain, apathy, anger. It's very gripping. I think more people could. I think more people need to watch this. I think people would really enjoy it. And like, I mean, let's be honest. Like, America going through a serious fentanyl crisis, another opioid crisis. Except it's not like it's in the epicenter of like Plano, Texas. It's got happening around the whole country and spilling into other countries.
Everywhere, yeah.
Where and I know Euphoria does a good job of that, but I think like yeah, maybe get another movie. Do it. There's so much like there's so much stuff you can do with like the topic of
I've
drugs
been
and
wanting to make one. I
do it.
really wanted. I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking about doing a documentary. What I really want to do, but if I could do I think I would be such a great writer for that because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not like bullshitting around.
Yeah,
What do they call it?
you're not trying to make it like what some people might perceive this film as like a PSA like engineered by the government or whatever. It's like no. Like when you watch a film and you can feel that the people behind it have experienced this and seen it in real life.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can just intuit that. I guess some people are just some people are very thick.
yeah. At least the people behind here definitely had some experience. Maybe not the director, maybe not all the main people, but definitely there's people on set.
Mm,
Maybe Aaron Paul had some, run-ins with drugs because he does such a good job at portraying someone who's high as fuck. Like
mm,
he's just so believable with it, and so are the other ones, and especially when they're going through withdrawal. The one guy, Chris, he was like, man, he was suffering. I'm like, oh gosh, that's just terrifying to go through. Now the only thing, that was one thing else I was like, her withdrawals were not, it didn't seem like they were affecting her that much,
That's
which I
true.
mean that could be the case. Like sometimes, maybe you just get lucky, but you would think after doing heroin, especially injecting it, like you're gonna be going through withdrawals. But she was like, she was just depressed. She wasn't like, and she was just like lethargic. She wasn't
It
like
was more about
suffering.
the mental withdrawal of it, isn't it? Because I think the physical withdrawal, obviously, that would affect the rating of it, wouldn't it? And it was, since it was an MTV type thing. I reckon that was probably taken into account. Like, oh, we would like to go all in, but if some a lot of people would not be able to watch that because of how grotesque it is, i.e., Requiem for a Dream, or as my mate,
Oh yeah,
or
maybe
as
not that far,
yeah,
but
yeah, that wouldn't go very well on MTV, and you'd get like the Orthodox Christians like, the devils have taken over MTV, and the veins coming out of people. One thing I saw about the Owens character, and just comparing it to Breaking Bad again, is just was so trippy. Like their characters, whilst you could, if you're gonna use like the Dungeons and Dragons tabletop thing, like the character in this was like, you could say chaotic evil, and like Jesse's like chaotic neutral or good in Breaking Bad, but you saw like some like parallels, like he's got this bravado that covers all his like insecurities and his shadow. He's got that like sort of nihilistic attitude to life, but he's like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter, nothing means anything. No, I'm so buzzing. He can be like immature, like Jesse. But Jesse's qualities are explored more in depth through Breaking Bad, and it allows you to empathize, which with someone who on paper looks like a scumbag and a bad person, but this guy was he's fairly irredeemable. It's like this just self-destructive sort of behavior. Doesn't just hurt himself, and even though he says he's not bothered, he definitely is under the guise of
oh
the
yeah,
ego. But it hurts everybody around him. It affects everyone around him, and he has no conscience of it. And he's like the worst type of like addict, I'd say.
yeah. He was giving me PTSD. Like like even though I never done heroin or anything strong like that, I still like I know those types of people who were say, "Come on, just hang out for a little bit. You got 2 hours, man. That's enough." Like you just know they're gonna do heroin there, and it's like, no, why are
Yeah,
you doing that?
the fact that Chris
But
can believe he can like just step into, oh, I'm just going to dabble my toes into heroin and I'll just be able to do it once, is like that's a very interesting case study in many people, like
yeah,
drug aficionados and connoisseurs, and I've spoken to many of them, and it's an age old adage of like, yeah, I just literally was like fine on all drugs and I was an experiment fiend, and then I stumbled upon the most risky experiment ever, and then before I know it I was literally hooked, because it's just, yeah, it's that's how it usually goes. I mean, like
yeah,
when I was with my girlfriend who had heroin, and obviously I was offered it, and I saw it all the time. I obviously had like very like minor thoughts, like, could you just dabble in it? But they was always just destroyed by logic and rationality, and I was like,
yeah.
no, I know I can, and I was already seeing where it was going in like my partner as well. So I already didn't want to do it, but that like hammered it home even further.
For sure. Yeah, no, you could get experience just by seeing someone else.
Defo.
Uh, but yeah, I also, the one thing I also liked is they pointed out like addiction, no matter what it is, it becomes your god or your deity, whatever. Like everything revolves around it. Like you must do like there's everything that you do is about the heroin or about the addiction, whatever your addiction is. And I liked how they mentioned that because it's like a stone cold truth, you
Mm,
know. Um, I like that scene. I mean, it's solid all around. Really, there's
yeah.
the positives definitely outweigh the negatives for me. There's
Talking
not too
about it
many.
makes me think about, yeah, actually how quite layered it was. It's not like fucking art house or anything, but and it doesn't
No,
need
of
to
course
be
not.
again. But
Yeah, and the slow mo Freddy versus Jason kind of stuff. Yeah, that was like all right. Uh,
yeah, obviously, if we're gonna like really get analytical. That the technical aspects do hurt the film sometimes, and that's what it suffers the most from, and probably why it doesn't reach a wider audience because of the technical elements. But for myself, who loves that era, and I know you do as well, and a lot of people, it's just so too. This is 2002, so my God, like the handheld footage, digital looking, rapid editing, the fucking out of focus bits, like parts of it feel like a music video. I mean, that's MTV,
Yeah.
but even so, even films coming out at this time that weren't on MTV felt like there's music video bits in like so many of the films. Soundtrack's very aggressive, which you don't really hear much in films anymore. Like they're literally like, you hear this song, oh, like the bit where Movies plays by Alien Ant Farm. I literally started singing it out loud and had to rewind it because I was so surprised that song came, like the movies, and I was like, yeah, you know what, the ugliness of this film actually really works for it. Doesn't have to be gorgeous stylistic heroin romanticism a la Train Spotting or fucking the nightmare escape of, as my friend would say, Rakim for a dream, like the rapper. And
Wrecking.
I always say that now. It just looks
That's funny.
cheap and horrible and fucking almost like
That's
grit
kind of what
gritty.
heroin is,
Yeah,
cheap, horrible, and gritty.
it's bloody
And
horrid.
that's why,
Don't do
yeah,
it,
that's how
kids.
I got from it. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do. Try not to do any. Like I know we're all gonna be addicted to something, but stay away from these drugs, man.
Especially the
Stay
ones
away
that have
from them.
physical withdrawals, because they're the
Yes.
hardest to get over, like alcohol and benzos and opioids versus
Oh, the
many of the other
worst.
addictions where like it's very mental, like say the dissociative addiction, cannabis addiction, just more so the psychological turmoil of just like letting go of this thing rather than, oh my God, my body is like going into meltdown.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be
Sound.
right back.
How are we all feeling tonight, folks? So Plugadelic, you mentioned in the chat, I don't know if you're still here. Yo, I drank Amanita Pantherina caps after boiling in lemon water for 3 hours, and I tripped so effing hard it felt wiggly as fuck. On the verge of losing all motor control, I actually had to lay down for a little 5 out of 5. It cracked me up when I saw that, but I hope you're okay. That's like quite. Amanita, in general, you need to be very careful with consuming substances like that because there is a toxic element to them. So if you are going to do it, and whilst I wouldn't recommend to do so, I wouldn't recommend anyone takes anything. I think they should just have a cup of tea and go to bed. But if you're going to do it, just be very careful. Um, Thank you, Kitty Machine. The chat's not loading. Oh, just watched it thanks to your post. Pretty dope narration, reminiscent of Girl Interrupted if Susanna Kaysen was into smack. My God, that's such a good encapsulation of that.
I'm back.
Someone in the chat mentioned this film, and it's really a really good comparison. They watched it because of the post, and they compared it to Girl Interrupted. Have you ever seen that film?
No, I haven't, but it's in my watch list.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like it. I actually like it. I end up just watching it with like a person who really loves it, and that's why I watch it. I never consumed it of my own like volition, but every time I see it, I rate it more and more, and that's got a great like style to it. Again, just grainy, late 90s 2000s look, and that's about drugs in some sense, more about like insanity and psych wards and stuff. Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy that film.
Oh, it's by James Mangold. I like him. He's not like an amazing director, but he's very solid all around. He's got some good movies.
Oh yeah.
Um, I like him. Yeah, he's good at telling an emotional story for sure.
One funny thing I wanted to note here about how obscure and so how much of a, this is a certified hidden gem to Wasted. Even you go in images like it's so obscure that you even Google Wasted 2002. So you've got another film called Wasted 2002 that came out, and who the hell is that that's in it?
Is it the heroin
Wait, oh wait,
documentary?
it's the same fucking thing. Wait, that's weird. You click on that and it's, oh wait, no, I'm stupid. There's this thing here. There's loads of like different bits that come out. What is this? They weren't in the movie. Why does he look
What
like?
the fuck is this?
What? That's not in the fucking movie, mate. He looks like Jesse Michaels from that UFO channel. That's crazy, that. And then you just get like random ass thing, Wasted Lands preview, some mad as fuck like sci-fi comic book. I'm like, oh my god, this film is hard to find. I love it. And then Wasted 2009. There's just oh my fucking
Yeah,
so
that's the Angelina Jolie movie, I think, right?
what the fuck?
Uh, that's funny.
There's so many movies.
And then there's the movie we made called Wasted. 2024. Remember that one?
Fucking it was the fucking Oscar winning performance every year.
Yep, we got 3 Oscars. It's
Worst
great.
movie, worst movie ever, and worst movie that's ever been. Just as a little tangent, like tiny one? What's your favorite movie this year? Because I'm a bit like I've not really watched a lot of modern movies this year. That I've only watched two that I'm like, no, three that I'm like, oh right, that was really good. Versus other years where I'm like,
Yeah.
it's fucking like 10 and stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's more like in the middle of the pack movies that are really good. But yeah, it's not very top heavy this year. But Obsession's still my number one of the year. Then I have the drama number two, and then the
Yeah.
Furious after that.
Oh yeah, pretty much the same. I've not seen that Furious, and I've not seen the Odyssey
Yeah.
yet. But I will be watching it. I've just not had the chance to. I have to go to this very. Anyone who's from the UK, God, you'll feel sorry for me if you know what this place is like. This is where I have to drive to Blackpool. Google Images makes it look not too bad, but it really is not very nice. It's pretty.
That's bad,
It's
huh?
pretty. It's pretty shocking. Very impoverished sort of seaside town. I live near a seaside town and it's like that times 10, so that's fucking horrible. But that's where the only
No.
IMAX is, and it's not, I believe it's not actually proper IMAX. It's like IMAX Light Edition. It's not actually called that, but because they want to, this is what they won't tell you about Blackpool IMAX. It's not full IMAX, but I was looking at some shot or a screenshot from the standard screening of the Odyssey, and wow, you really do lose a lot of that image when it's not an IMAX, and you almost lose the intention of the shot. So I was like, fuck that.
Right, right. Yeah, no, it's still sold out over here. Every single showing, it seems like, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to watch it in 70 millimeter.
We will
Sad.
definitely talk about it once I've watched it because it's the big movie of the year, the big epic, like summer blockbuster artsy fartsy movie. So we definitely got to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, the only other film I'm really looking forward to is probably June 3 because I really like them films.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen those yet. I need to watch them.
Another interesting film that sort of isn't like about drugs, but there's a drug component with the spice melange. It's typism. I mean, the spice, the substance, the sand stuff is it can be used for all sorts of things. And the most fascinating
Hmm.
about that film is about how it affects your consciousness, the spice and all the other weird
Oh,
like
wow.
trippy bits. Yeah, it's fucking. I really like those two. June 2 is I would say it's the closest a film's coming in a
Yeah, I
long
hear that
time.
one's a lot. I hear that one's better than the first one.
Yeah, but then the
Um,
thing is, if you like, I watched the first one June when it came out, and in cinema, I just went to go watch it by myself, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the most beautifully boring film I've ever seen in my life. And then
yeah.
then I watched June 2, and I was like, well, no, this is some epic shit, like not epic cringe, but epic like Lord of the Rings feeling sort of stuff. And then I went back and watched the first one, and because the second one was so good and expanded upon the characters and did all the bits that like I like out of films, it made me appreciate the first one. So I was like, oh,
Well, there you go.
this is a good time for everybody.
Yeah, no, Dune 3. I definitely got to see it in theaters. I got to see the first two because I'm gonna be missing out if I don't.
Hmm.
Of course, I like to see Zendaya as much as I can. She looked the best in the drama, though. I will say
Yeah,
she definitely looks so good.
she's so bad. No, yeah, she's like for me. I really have warmed to her over the years because obviously when she just started on the scene, I was like, oh, it's Disney, another Disney girl on the scene, and
Yeah,
she's in the Spoodermans. But then, like, what Euphoria, she's really good. June, she's pretty good in June. I mean, there's so many other great characters in June that steal the show, really. But yeah, the drama just fucking knocks it out of the
yeah.
park. And Robert Pattinson's doing, he just does bits. He's just some boy. He just absolutely knocks it out of the park, and he's just on an absolute fucking like He's just on a career streak, isn't he? And he always has been. He always has been since the minute he
Yeah,
got popular. And now he's in that prime time, the Chris Hansen film, which looks
right.
really, really good.
I'm excited to see that. I think it's all started with The Lighthouse, or I guess was Good Time before that. I haven't
Yes,
seen
I
Good
think
Time
them
yet,
two,
but
them two were like the jump off point for him, where it was like I think everyone acknowledged him as like this guy is a versatile actor. Good Time was like
yeah.
Good Time was the tease, and the Lighthouse was the crystallization of the fact that like he's gonna go down as like one of the best young best young sexy actors of our era. He'll be like he's the parallel to like Pitt and DiCaprio and yeah, I fucking love him. And it's just he seems
Yeah.
like a sound lad. He loves his Final Fantasy video games. He's a he just goes starts just talking about like video games in these interviews and like all the other people in the thing like what is he on about? And I'm like this guy's so funny.
Yeah, yeah, and him in the drama is just like that might be one of my favorite roles from him because he did. I thought the way he reacted to the news, that the plot twist in there is just like his downfall is so well acted. Like it was amazing watching him do that. I mean, it was cringy, but that was the point. Like
Yes.
it just everything was falling apart around him, and like he was like when they were taking the photos for the wedding. Oh my gosh, that might be the best scene in the whole movie. It was
Yeah.
so like they were like, all right, just smile like normal, just smile. And he's like trying to smile. Like that is such a talented actor to do something like that because that's hard to do.
Yeah, he became the character, and that's what draws the line between like a good actor and a fucking masterclass actor is that he becomes the characters, and he's very good at doing voices, and many films I've watched him do. He's very good at accents and dialects, and considering he's just a British man that sounds like that, and I was like, he got that Christian Bale syndrome for me, where like
Yeah.
when he talks in British like normal British accent, hello, I'm Rob. It's like whoa, this is his actual voice.
Right.
It
And then
just
he
shows how
plays
good he is.
Batman too.
Yeah, no, oh my god, yeah, Batman was fucking really really good. Speaking of Batman, I was rewatching. I don't know. I've got a bit of a there's some it's some curse of like the third film, I believe. Every third film, other than maybe like Return of the King in like a trilogy or like an epic fantasy trilogy, it just seems to be the strange, weird like black sheep one. So like Spider-Man 3 is the weird black sheep one, and then Dark Knight Rises, which is what I watched the other day, or like half of it, and that film is like half terrible, half amazing, and it was just giving me Spider-Man 3 vibes, and I just was laughing and also being like invested, but also being like, wow, this is bad. And I just love shit like that. It's just it tickles a part of my brain. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Fire
Did
rising.
you you haven't seen The Penguin yet, have you?
No, I've not. There's too much stuff to watch. I don't know if I'll ever get round to it, but I'm sure it's good. And one day, if I ever do, like, have a real drive to watch it, I know I'll enjoy it because
Yeah.
it looks really good.
It's a great series. It's very similar to The Sopranos, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, looks
Uh,
it.
and Colin Farrell's acting is amazing. I love it in that. Like I know the makeup is really good, but you try and see him under there, you just can't. It's not possible. Like he becomes the Penguin, just like Robert Pattinson becomes his characters in Batman. But yeah, no, that's a great
Do you have
series.
a
I loved
favorite
it.
Colin Farrell movie role? Because I'm a big fan of him.
I haven't seen enough to have that. I've almost watched The Lobster,
I love that.
and I need to see In
Oh
Bruges.
God, In
I
Bruges is
need to
what
see that
that's in
movie.
my top. Like, is close to the top 20. That is, it's just
That's
a bit of
definitely
me. That
more of an English movie,
yeah,
than an American. It is a little popular here, but over there, I can imagine
it's
it's probably
very
like your Hangover or something.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
a really dark, fucked up version of The Hangover. But
Oh, it's dark. See, I don't even know
oh,
too much about it,
it
so
is a black comedy, but it is if you find that funny, it is hilarious because just the dialogue is so crisp, Tarantino style, like rhythmic, smooth dialogue. So many funny actual sequences, visual sequences. Colin Farrell's character is really endearing, even though the two guys, I mean, they're all absolute heinous criminals, you really empathise with them. I would highly recommend that film. I think it's one of the best British films ever, probably. We
No, I gotta watch it. Yeah,
we really like our strict. We really do like black comedy in England. I've realised that's our. I think that's our forte. Like all of the biggest films are black comedies in Bruges, Trainspotting, Death at a Funeral, others. Fucking so many of them. Like we definitely take a lot of pride in our like dark style humor versus say like America. Obviously, there's a lot of fucking great black American comedies, but what Americans do that we can't is Americans can do like a different type of humor. Sort of, I don't know what you would call it. It's a style of humor, but it's more bombastic, more eccentric style humor. Versus us is like really awkward, dry, like fucking dark humor, and both of them are good. I hate it when people are like, no, there's only one good thing. It's like you can have both. You fucking myopic bastards. Sorry for everyone that I'm
yeah.
swearing. I'm getting very passionate for some reason.
Calm down. No, I'm kidding.
Take your Valium, son, and just sit down. What was that drug
Yeah.
before that you said? Not a drug, like a proper drug. What was that? What was that medicine that you said you took before? Again, click, click, click.
Oh, the clonidine. Yeah.
Can that be? Have you featured that on the channel before? Is there weird stuff around that, like weird reports?
Um. Yeah, there might be. I don't know. It's like it's so beneficial to me that I feel so bad to even make horror videos on it because it really helped me get out of my derealization. But I
Mm.
know that's not fair to it because I don't do that with any other drug. But I don't. I think when I looked, there wasn't too many stories, but there could be. I don't know,
I've
but
never heard of
yeah.
it before. Yeah, is it in Clonidine UK
Yeah,
legality?
their regular dose prescribed. It's 0.1 milligrams.
Whoa,
Uh,
that's some super
yeah, it's
powered shit.
very low, very low. Yeah, but the first time I took it, I was like, damn, I'm high as fuck. So, but then my derealization disappeared. But then I never got high again from it.
Is it
I just
is it a sedative? Like, or is
yeah, it makes me tired for sure.
because
But it
interestingly, obviously they medicate ADHD with stimulants, don't they? But I think that's interesting
yeah,
that drug is specifically targeting sort of the hyperactivity of the mind
yeah,
and the body versus the stimulants are trying to treat the lethargy and the laziness of ADHD to
right,
get you into the machine.
yeah,
I've stopped
yeah.
taking my ADHD medication. I completely sacked it off. But
Oh wow.
I just was losing weight too much, and I love food too much to not to take that. And I was like,
Were you just not hungry, or
it
like
was
you didn't have an appetite?
it was like you'd be hungry and you'd want to eat, but eating on stimulants is not very nice, regardless of like how much you
No.
mitigate it. Like all these tactics to try and make the ADHD meds work. I was like, I'm just gonna sack this off. I can't be asked. And to be honest, I think I learned. I used the meds quite. Um, I used them to the best ability that I could, and I ended up establishing a lot of good routines, and it allowed me to understand things about myself. But I can't be taking that every day. My problem isn't a fucking. I've
No.
realized my problem is not a dopamine problem; it's a motivation problem, and no drug can do that other than like your own mind and willpower. I think, at least for me.
Right.
But for anyone else, don't follow in the footsteps of Uncle Viv because apparently I'm Unc now, so it's Uncle now, not Father. Um,
Yeah, we're zillennials. That's what they call us.
Yes, we are. We're millennials out our heads. I was talking with my friends about this the other day. They didn't know what it was, and for anyone who's watching this and doesn't know what a zillennial is, it's yes, someone who is on the borderline of Gen Z and millennials. And I think the Man Carrying Things did a good video on this, where it briefly just touches upon the fact that like the youngest parts of Gen Z have grown up with phones much earlier versus us older Gen Z people. We grew up with phones much later. Ergo, our entire like lives were not dictated by them as much.
Yeah, and I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad I got to experience that because now it's like an easy way out for parents to parent.
Mm.
And they won't be disciplined. It's just going to create so much anxiety problems with kids. Like it's torture. It's going to be torture. But that's why I see it. Like I don't know. if I want to bring kids into this world, because it's just I don't understand the world anymore. Not that I understood it before,
No.
but at least had a purpose, and it wasn't, going crazy. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't.
I think a lot of
It's
people are
too
in those
unstable.
thoughts. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be on the same wavelength. I've got a lot of friends who are getting married right now, and even some of them are on the fence about having kids, not because they don't want them, they'd love to have children. And I think part of me, even though I say I never have kids, some part of me does, but there's the overwhelming like elephant in the room that you know what we're in a very murky world, psychologically and materially, and we don't know where it's gonna go. It could get fucking apocalyptic, so I don't want to bring some child into apocalypto.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it, then that's fair enough, and then
If
if you can
if
do
you
it, then
can raise them
I can't
and
do
be
it.
okay,
I can't do it. I'll
yeah.
just be too
Some
busy. I'll
people
just be too
just
busy
can't.
watching Naruto, and I'll forget to feed the child.
Right. And that's good to realize that, if you can't take care of it, then there's no point in bringing a child in here, because you have all these issues that are going to be implanted even thousands of times stronger.
Yeah, yeah, you'll
So,
just be sowing more suffering in the world,
and your
really.
money.
Yeah, and yeah, my
Your
goddamn
money will
money,
go away.
my precious money. Are you watching any TV series at the minute?
I got 7 episodes of Atlanta, but I haven't watched in like a week and a half. But it was good from what I was watching so
Atlanta.
far.
What's that?
Yeah, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, he created the series. It was on FX. It's basically about this rapper. He doesn't play the rapper; he plays the rapper's manager. But they're
Mm.
cousins, and they're like from Atlanta, of course, and they're basically on the rise. And it's just like it's very Lakeith Stanfield's in it too. I like him as an actor. He's funny and I like him in Boots Riley movies. He's always got a weird role. He was in Get Out as well. He was the guy who took his picture, and
Right.
he was like, "Get out, get out."
Oh right,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, that's cool.
yeah, but yeah, no, he every time they could be doing the most normal thing, be like they're eating food, and be like, what's the greatest part of a chicken wing is the experience of enjoying euphoria, or something like that. Just like stuff like that,
I can't even say
which
he's
I think
wrong.
is really funny. Yeah, no, it's great. From what I was watching, I just stopped because I started watching more movies again, because I was watching TV, because I'm like, well, I don't know what movie I can sit down and watch. But now I've been watching, I mean, so many movies I've been watching recently again. I had a period. I mean, uh, I was going off, like I was on a smaller streak before, but my small streak is like a movie every few days. But like now what was this? I watched, where is it at? Oh, um, yeah, I've watched one, two, three movies the past 3 days. Yeah, it's not bad. I did not watch Ice Cream Man. I just wanted to give it a low rating.
I'm going to
But
watch
yeah,
that.
I got really into the Spider-Mans. I watched a whole bunch in a span of a week. That was fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
to be fair, I'll have a look at mine. I forget.
I rewatched Endgame,
Mm.
because it was we were in Columbus. Me and my girlfriend were in Columbus, and it was on the TV. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll watch it. But then I fell asleep, so I'm like, well, I kind of want to finish it now.
Mm.
Uh, and yeah, I gave it a 3. It just keeps going down. And then Thief. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Thief. Thief is a great movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
Thief. Thief. When did it come out? Thief. Oh
1981.
right, here we go.
James Caan, he does a great job in the movie. I love the style, the
Oh,
colors. It's all blue.
very high ratings on this. Yeah, and my friend he rates it a lot, 4 stars. That's cool.
Oh,
Uh,
he saw it too.
yeah. Oh, it's Michael Mann who made Heat. Heat is a film I've always
Yeah,
wanted to
I need to
watch.
see Heat.
I,
Yeah, I need to
I
see
won't
Heat,
lie.
man.
I mean, my God, even hear activity from friends. There's so many people who've watched it. It's one of them films where I've always I put it on and then it loses me a bit, and I think, oh, this isn't a problem with the film. It's a problem with me where like I've tapped into it now. I'm like, I need to watch things that I want to watch in the moment rather than force myself to be like, oh, just watch this fucking crime film that you know you're not really into, like it's autism or whatever it may be. But it's like if I'm not into crime at the minute, I probably won't enjoy it as much unless it's like absolutely like, exceptional. Like I could watch Breaking Bad whenever, but like this is a very much
Right.
about a film. It's very much about crime and it's got the cool writing and dialogue. But right now,
Yeah.
all I mean, the last movie. Oh, the last movie I watched, I didn't even fucking rate it on Letterboxd. So I forgot.
Don's Plum.
I forgot the Higgs. Oh yeah, I'll be getting on that. I mean, I've been watching Naruto loads, and then I've been watching the movies that are just like basically like fan fiction filler. Just let's do something with Naruto the movie, and I went wild camping the other day in a forest, and I brought my laptop, and I was like, right, well, I can't get to sleep. I'm gonna watch Naruto the movie four. Is it movie four? And he goes to prison for some reason. It's so funny. It's like
Wow.
so dull. It's like the dullest thing ever. But I'm watching the show, which is absolutely exceptional. So it's funny to watch it go to shit in the movie.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of fucking Naruto movies. There's like, mate, how many is there? Really?
I
Like
didn't realize there's that many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 Naruto movies, which is pretty excessive. But funnily enough, it's what got me into the series because one day I was just like, "Oh, I want to watch martial arts. Oh, but I don't fancy watching a live action film. Oh, Naruto's got martial arts in it. So I watched Road to Ninja, Naruto the movie. 3 stars. It was fucking well forgettable. But there was a little bit of, so I was like, oh, I like martial arts and I like this world. I'll watch the show. And now I've watched 250 episodes.
Damn,
I know,
that's a
yeah.
lot.
It's the thing of this though, like cartoons is they're only like 20-minute episodes, aren't they? So actually, you end up like
Oh,
watching
okay.
can watch quite a few in an hour, can't you? Then so it's too fast. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So versus like I'm watching um Game of Thrones again with my friend who, funnily enough, I introduced to, and another two friends of mine who have never watched it. So we've got a little watch party going on, and we watch it every Wednesday. And I mean, oh God, I love Game of Thrones, regardless of how it ended. It's just so gripping, and I love dark fantasy. So watching that again is just as entertaining as the past 2 times.
Have you ever seen the movie Legend from 1985
As a fucking
with
legend,
Tom Cruise?
legend of Tom Cruise. That looks funny. That's like, oh, that's some high fantasy ass looking stuff. I've
Yeah.
never heard, and I think I've seen the devil like clipped in this devil looking guy clipped somewhere. I've never
Yeah.
actually seen that. Oh, and it's by
This
fucking Ridley
movie,
Scott.
it was hard to get through. I
It's a
finished
goatee.
it. I didn't even rate it. I just rated it now, but I gave it a 3. Yeah,
It
no,
looks rough.
it's very the style alone is probably what's going to get you through it, but it's just it has so much promise. Like it's such a cool looking film, but it's just not entertaining in the slightest.
No.
So it's sad because it looks like it would be awesome. Like you could just see it be like, oh, that's a 4.3 right there, but no,
Yeah, you can see the creativity.
3.2.
Yeah, 3.2.
Yeah, no, it's there for sure. It's there,
I
there. And
just
yeah, Tim Curry, he plays Lord of Darkness, so
Oh, all right.
can never
Is
can
he the
never
guy?
go wrong with Tim Curry.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like him, and he's another good character actor. Obviously, I've first watched him
I
in.
love him.
Have you watched the original It? The
Yes, that's one of my favorite. Well, not movies, but you know what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
miniseries. And I
For anyone
love
who's
his
watching.
portrayal.
Sorry for anyone who's watching my screen when I type in "it's Tim Curry" and you might get a bit scared by him looking like this because I forget that people are actually like scared of this stuff and I respect it because like I've consumed some. You do like I was saying in the last one, like you don't get desensitized, you just enjoy it, don't you? Like there's no
Oh,
desensitization. You
I
enjoy
was
creepy visuals.
terrified as a kid.
Yeah,
I
like it was
was
a scary
terrified
guy.
as a child.
That
Now it's
that
like I
portrayal's
could get through
horrible.
it, but
Yeah, when he appears in the
yeah,
bathroom, it's
no.
so disturbing. And when I watched it, that's what one thing I don't like about the fucking It modern remake. So it just I didn't mind him as Pennywise, and I thought there was some good bits, but there was a lot of CGI in that. Like
Yeah, it's way too much CGI. I hate it. I like the practical. Like the ending to it is horrible. But basically everything else was really well made. I love it. Like Tim Curry's Pennywise. I do not see how anyone can think the. I mean, I like Bill Skarsgård. Like, don't get me wrong. I do like him as Pennywise. I just don't think he's creepy in the
no,
slightest. And yeah, the movie is okay, but then It Chapter Two is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life.
Oh
But
yeah, we was all laughing in the cinema when I went to watch that. Where like
oh
everyone
man,
collectively agreed in the cinema. Like everyone started laughing at all the bits that were supposed to be scary or like well done. And by the end of it, when they go spider mode, I think the whole audience was like pissing themselves. And I thought, wow, this is an example of a bad film that is fun to watch, definitely. But I wouldn't watch it again. I just wouldn't
I
bother.
yeah, I was about to say I didn't have fun. I was so disappointed. Like I wasn't that excited to see it after I saw the reviews. I'm like, okay, because I did like the first one that they did. I thought that was a really fun blockbuster, summer blockbuster that they had, and it was a fresh new take on it, which I appreciated. But yeah, the CGI was too much. But yeah, the original is something that is near and dear to my heart. I've watched that so many times that it scared the shit out of me.
Mm.
A little young for you, insecurity.
That's a
You
good
want
one.
a balloon?
Yes, I want some nitrous oxide, please.
They
The
flew.
they
You want your boat, Georgie?
I fucking hate Georgie. He deserved it. The even the spider in the original looks better because it's practical effects and it was so creepy. And then
Yeah.
the fucking in it chapter two is like always a clown spider. Like, well, how the fuck?
You're
Why?
a loser. You suck.
It's a clown
Eh.
spider. I just
Like you bullied him to death. Like what? What is that?
bullshit. I think Stephen King films are very hit and miss. To be honest, there's got some amazing ones like The Mist and the original It, like a TV movie, and then The Shining, of course, and then
Misery. I love
Misery's
Misery.
great. Oftentimes the Stephen King films that are less like fantasy horror are better, like Misery, and even though The Shining is definitely
Shawshank. Yeah.
Shawshank,
The
I mean
Shine.
Shawshank. Like that's before you get into this is I say this all the time. Before you become a kinophile, everybody recognizes the Shawshank Redemption as the greatest movie of all time because it's the top movie on IMDb, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
and it is a fucking great movie, and it still always will be. And every time I watch it, I am always impressed, despite all the like what I would say better art house films I've watched. But the Shawshank Redemption is special because it's artsy and it's also a blockbuster, like big time.
Right.
It's art.
Right.
It's art that like can make. It's a normie, mate. It's not a normie masterpiece, but like it can appeal to like normal people who don't like deep films, because it's so entertaining and well shot and just a bit like Forrest Gump. I see parallels in both of them two films.
Yeah. I'm pretty close to the actual prison there where they
What?
filmed that at. Yeah, it's in Mansfield, so
It's crazy.
uh, it's a little bit of a drive, but it's not far. I went there. I saw Lil Wayne's music video he did there. But yeah, they really pull in the Shawshank there. But it's allegedly very haunted. I didn't see anything, but you know, maybe sometimes, maybe at night, there could be something. I don't know, but yeah, it was fun though to go there. I'd like to go back.
Mm. Yeah, I like going to movie filming locations. Unfortunately, in the UK, we've not got that many. Although the town I live in has or near me, has a very famous film associated with it, The Brief Encounter, a 1940s sort of, I think it's like a spy movie, no,
Oh,
romantic
wow.
tragedy film, and the train station, Carnforth train station, yeah, is depicted in this film, and obviously the train station in real life, you go there and they've got the clock from it, so that's pretty famous.
Oh, the one like the really popular silent film.
I don't know if I think might be silent. I've actually never seen it. It's possibly silent, but yeah, definitely black and white,
Hmm.
1945.
Oh,
So
okay.
the town near me, that's its most famous sort of cultural contribution. But other than that, say like film locations I've gone to is like I've been to many of the Harry Potter locations, just not even like hunting them, but just sort of like stumbling upon them, like in Durham. Durham Cathedral is very prominent in Harry Potter. Whenever Snape is telling Ronald Weasley not to perform the I can't remember it. I can't remember its spells. But I've been to loads of them, like the bridge from Harry Potter and stuff, and then I think there's some Lord of the Rings stuff. It's mainly like fantasy medieval fantasy things in the UK.
It definitely fits the vibe there with the
Absolutely.
grassy hills and everything.
Yeah, defo.
From what I've seen.
Have you ever watched Harry Potter before?
Mm-mm.
Have you not?
I never got into it. Never got into stuff like that.
No.
When I was a kid, I was into horror
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think if I wasn't living in the UK, I don't know if I would ever have gotten on the Harry Potter hype, but
You probably would have. It's really big over here.
yeah,
So
yeah, perhaps. Even when I went to Japan, it's huge over there. They're obsessed, as they would be. They love magical stuff.
yeah.
Um, but what the beauty of Harry Potter for an English person was that it wasn't. I mean, the fantastical elements are all brilliantly done in the book and the film, but is more for like the actual before the films get a bit sloppy. The first three have a lot of heart to them. The first three are absolutely exceptional. In fact, the third one is one of my favorite films. I would say I think it's now becoming one of my favorite films. Every time I watch
Oh
that,
wow.
like how you said when you watched Avengers and it goes down, it just keeps going down. Every time I watch Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the third film about the werewolf, it goes up and up and up to the point where I actually think it's genuinely one of the greatest fantasy films ever made, alongside Lord of the Rings, in a different because it's like it's not the fantasy elements are there and they're all done really well, but it's about becoming a teenager and like becoming entering this darker more adult world and the struggles of becoming that, and also contrasted with this guy becoming a werewolf and dealing with like the darkness within it. It's a very deep, it's the deepest of the Harry Potter movies, and I think anyone who's watched Harry Potter and is listening to this would agree that and the guy who made it made, oh my god, is it fucking The Revenant, Alejandro something.
Oh, he made that movie.
Yeah, he made Harry Potter 3.
Well, that makes sense why it's so good.
Yeah, Alfonso Cuaron, the Mexican filmmaker. He made.
Alejandro Inarito.
I've got it. I've got it wrong. I've got it wrong. He didn't make The Revenant.
Oh,
He made Children of Men and Roma, which are two
oh,
amazing
I was about to
films.
say, I'm like, I don't remember him
No,
making a Harry Potter, but I was like, oh, that probably makes sense why it's
sorry,
good.
Mexicans. I came across as very culturally inept there. He made Gravity, which is okay, but I know people absolutely love that movie because, and fair enough. But yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban and Make Children of Men is just like peak Kino. That is another film that every time I see it, I'm like, whoa, this is very, very powerful. And if you've not seen that, definitely get on it. That is something else.
Children of.
Yeah, it's very, very highly rated across the
Oh,
whole
it's in my
board.
watch list. Yeah, I've actually been wanting to watch this one.
You
Yeah.
would enjoy that because it's a film that doesn't age, because the whole concept of it is that yeah, the whole world becomes infertile, and like but everyone has to deal with this world where, you know what, eventually humanity is going to just die out because we can't breed anymore, and it becomes dystopian, and it's shot so well. It's funny and sad. It's a bit of everything.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to see this. I added this to my list a little bit ago. There's so many. I got over 1,000 in my watch list now.
I know, right? I don't know if I've got as many as you in my
So
watch
much.
list, but yeah, I've got
It's just I
quite a
see.
lot.
I have stupid movies in here too.
Me
I'm
too.
interested. Like what's that? The Super Babies movies. Like I'm morbidly intrigued in watching
Super
those.
Babies.
And then there's the one with Jacob Elordi's first movie he was in with Joey King. I forgot the name of it, but it's like Kissing Booth or something. It looks so bad. It's like a 1.9 or
They're great
something
to
on
watch.
there.
Like I say, the crap is great to watch with friends because you can just laugh together at how bad it is. And even Adam, when he was on the podcast with us, said the best way to appreciate good movies is to watch some actual genuine crap, not like mid, not a 4 out of 10, like actual 1 out of 10 terrible shit. Like even you watching that film that you didn't like before, the DiCaprio one, I bet it's like it makes you appreciate actually well done films, and they're deep. Mate, I've looked at my
Yeah.
watch list and I went on sort on my watch list and put sort by average rating lowest first, and Don's Plum is one of the lowest. It's in like the low 15 of my watch list, and the lowest. Oh my god, I cannot wait to watch this film. It's called Tiptoes. It's
Tiptoes.
the synopsis is just a man is reluctant to tell his fiancee that his parents, uncle, and brother are dwarfs, and it's like it's a piss take, like mocking like dwarfism, and it's really controversial. But it's got Matthew McConaughey, Kate Beckinsale, Patricia Arquette, Gary Oldman, and Peter Dinklage in it. Peter
Wow.
Dinklage off Game of Thrones. So yeah, it's really controversial. It's got like 3,423 like half-star ratings. It's one of the lowest rated films on Letterboxd.
Wow.
It
And
look,
you'd think with that cast, it would be really
I
good.
can't wait to watch it because I bet I'll like it because of how bad it is. Versus people will be like, "Oh, this is offensive," blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Yeah, it definitely is," but I would just like laugh at how bad it is rather than like get offended by it because I mean, clear. I mean, these films shouldn't. It's disgusting that films like spread messages like that. But this is a long time ago, and I bet it was worse at the time. And I bet you watch it now, and it's like, oh, it's just like pathetic. Watching for speaking of Stephen King, I watched or tried to what I'm going to rate it right now, half a star. Well, rating movies live, fucking hell. I watched Cell with John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson, which is an adaptation of a Stephen King book where people get this signal pulsating through their phones worldwide that turns them into like 28 Days
Oh
Later
wow.
style zombies. Amazing book. One of the best Stephen King books in my opinion. The
Mm.
movie is like I was like, oh, how bad can this really be? I mean, Samuel Jackson, John Cusack, I like both of them. It might be funny at least, and it's not. It's just a sad, lifeless shell of a film with, and it was made on like it
Dang.
was made on a budget of like $2 or something ridiculous. I don't know, something really
Oh
low.
wow.
It looks awful. It's ugly, like an ugly film. That's what I would consider a really bad film. Film that's genuinely is like fucking disgusting.
What about Dragon Ball Evolution?
I have, funnily enough, never watched it, but I know everything about it because of like what it is. I would love,
I'm
I'd love to
that
watch
that's
that.
my lowest. That's my lowest one I have in my watch list. It's Chow Yun Fat's in it. He did great in the John Woo movies. Like he's one of my favorite actors in there. But I'd love to see how he is in this movie. I'm sure it's not his fault, but yeah, the guy who made it made Final Destination 1 and 3. He's got a really weird catalog there.
James
But
Wong.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, not a very particularly less than vague name, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that it's funny. This is interesting. So in the 2000s, there was a lot of live action American adaptations of Japanese media like Dragon Ball Evolution and Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, and they were universally panned. And people consider them like that's got a 0.9 rating. Dragon Ball Evolution. That's it, wild. A
It's
lot.
so. I think that might be the lowest one on there. It has to be at least one of them.
I just need to now watch this very, very badly because that just sounds so.
Yeah.
I can just envision how bad it is just from the look of it. But what's happening now? It's the inverse. It's the inverse, and it's like you've got on Netflix and you've got the One Piece live action remake. You had the Death Note film with Margaret Qualley and that a few years ago, or like 10 years ago almost, and now people really like these live action remakes of like Japanese animes and video games, and I just still think they're all shit. I just can't get into them. I'm watching it, I'm like, this is just all the good parts of the cartoon, but it's not a cartoon and it looks like a bunch of cosplayers. If I want to watch bunch of cosplayers, I go Comic Con and sit down and watch people run around. Like that's my perspective on it. And I know people probably really might get offended by that because like the One Piece, everyone's like, no, 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 it's so good. And I was like, it is, yeah, it is good, like technically. But every time I watch, I'm just like, well, I could just watch the actual show. I don't understand why people. I don't get like
Right.
the hype like that. Not even anime, but like Avatar, the show on Netflix just looks so bad, and I feel like it's like fans of
Mm.
these franchises are just so they're so obsessed with them. Like they'll just literally eat up like anything. Like, oh man, you need more Avatar. I need more Avatar. Oh, there's a Netflix show, even though I know it's bad. Oh look, Toph Bei Fong, she's doing the stuff. Blah 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 blah. And it's like fucking hell, man. Like, can we not just let these things exist by themselves? But of course they can't, because it's money.
Right.
Sad, man. And then M. Night Shyamalan did the Avatar live action one as well, which I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that is so funny.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I know it's bad.
It's so bad.
I only watched a little bit of the series when I was a kid. I never got into it
Me neither,
when I was
actually.
younger.
I just liked what I saw on TV, like it come on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, whatever we had it on, and I was like, oh, this is sick. From what I've seen, but the problem was I never got into it because that's a serialized show. So if I missed one episode, the next episode, it's over. Like I don't know what's going on in the story, and this is the beauty of like streaming, even though people don't like streaming. And what I'm really enjoying, I'm loving, absolutely love Naruto because I get to skip all the filler episodes that would like they had to make week by week to like fill time before the comic creator could catch up. Well, get ahead in the story. So they
Yeah,
use them filler episodes to like the gap fill the time and keep it making money. And they're all really bad. So when you watch Naruto or a long running anime or anything with filler in, you can skip all that and you get the whole cohesive story. Versus when you watched it when it came out, like you might have to be waiting 3 months for the fucking plot to continue and just watch them do stupid stuff each week like, oh, the new thing happened that we invented on the toilet in the writer's room or something. Strange, isn't it?
yeah. Hmm.
What subscription services do you have?
I have HBO Max. I pay for that one, but my friend pays for Disney Plus. I use his Disney Plus. That might be one of the best ones because there are a lot of good. Because you get Hulu with, well, the one he has Hulu with it, so you get a bunch of stuff that isn't Disney too. But that I think I have my Netflix. I'm not sure, and then I have Tubi, which is free. Which Tubi's like amazing.
Yeah, there's some good
So
stuff on there. My friend showed me a very, very strange Italian art house film on there that you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else, and really enjoyed it. That's got some really good hidden gems. Surprised Wasted isn't on there, but it doesn't matter because it's on net YouTube for free and probably will be forever. But
right,
I've got Disney Plus because I mean the main reason I get these streaming services, I mean, is if they are if the, Disney Plus does have a really good catalog. Like I've been, and what I really appreciate the most about Disney Plus, it's in the highest possible quality. Even though they butcher some stuff with like increasing the resolution and fine tuning it, like the old Simpsons, where you miss out a bit of the shots and that because of widescreen. The Star Wars in 4K, like I'm watching the original trilogy again. My God, what so beautiful and like it just holds up insanely well, even through the scrutiny of 4K. I'm like, God, this makes me appreciate it even more. You've got
right.
Bleach is on Disney Plus. That's why I'm streaming that because that's coming out each week, which is giving me a little bit of a throwback to like it came out like on Saturday, the newest Bleach episode, and I finished it. And it's just like heating up, and I'm oh my God, this is so sick. And then it ends, and I felt oh my God, fucking God, wait another week. But it almost makes me more. It gets you more engaged because you're like oh my God, this is it. Every week we're getting closer to the end of the story, and it's a different way of consuming stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely you got a lot of bingeable options to go. There's so many options you could watch. I get into a show immediately, and and I like comfort movies too. Go just put on a movie like you don't want to think too much about. You just want to put it on, and be like, all right, I'm just gonna watch this, go to bed, or something. Something I can maybe get a chuckle out of. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
I
and
like doing that.
only other ones I have Prime. Prime's annoying because now you have to. Oh, would you like to pay a few more pounds to get rid of the ads that are really annoying? And I'm like, well, probably because that's why I paid to get it. Really, because I didn't want to watch stuff and don't want to have ads. But I buy a lot. I buy a lot of movies on Prime. To be honest, because I have and on YouTube I do buy a lot of them to have a like little digital catalog where I mean, someone who isn't me has done a lot of pirating and still does if he has to because we get so fucking shafted in the UK for releases and oh we're sorry but this is not available in your region and I'm like why is it not available in my fucking region like what is the reasoning behind it it's all licensing crap isn't it like
Yeah,
again IHE Alex talks about this a lot and I fully empathize with him it's absolute ball ache when all the Americans are like, yeah, we just saw this and it was epic and fucking changed my life. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to go and support that on Prime and give them, well, Bezos is getting most of the £10, but the crew can get
yeah,
one of my pounds. Oh, I can't even buy it. What am I gonna do? So that's always annoying. Yeah,
yeah. No, There's a lot, and
I've got
yeah, I don't
Netflix. I've got
know.
Netflix, but again, the problem with
I
Netflix
hate
is,
Netflix.
yeah, man.
I,
Did they do this in the
Netflix
US?
is the worst one.
Did they do this in the US where like they have stuff on for ages and then you're like, oh, I really want to watch that, and then it's just gone. It's completely wiped from the platform.
Yeah, yeah, and then you go to try to look for it in the search bar, like in Google, and you're like, "Ooh, I found it," and then it's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, it's no longer on here." Like,
yeah.
damn.
Even the app on whenever I use it on my TV, I'll start typing it and it'll have the actual oh, did you this is the suggested search, and oh yeah, it's going to be on there, and it's just not there. And I think that's like a remnant from it being there, and the search and the search bar doesn't like keep up with it. I don't know. It's just a theory,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no,
yeah,
it's
I'll go and I'll be like. Series that have been on there for ages, and I'll think, oh, that's always going to be on there. Oh, goodbye.
yeah. There's only a few things on there. Like Breaking Bad's always going to be on there, so it's like that, and yeah. There's really like, I mean, the Netflix originals aren't good anymore. Like they used to be hitting them out of the park when I first started coming on. Like they actually cared about what they put out, but now it's
Yeah,
just slop. Like I don't know if you ever saw that Electric State movie,
no.
but oh my gosh, that movie was so bad.
Yeah,
But
they are
yeah,
very hit and miss, aren't they? Thinking about it, my friend, he really likes Train Dreams, and he showed me that at like our movie club, and I liked it. I thought it was good. It's probably the best Netflix original movie I've watched in a while. The series are a little bit better. I mean, Squid Game, the first one was good. I watched that and enjoyed it. Didn't blow me away, but I thought it was good. The Witcher was okay for like a few minutes, and then went to shit. And
Mindhunter was Netflix too. It was
that's gotta
good.
be the best by far. Holy fucking shit, that was so good. And no wonder they cancelled it because it was actually, I swear to God, it's actually good. Like, no, it's too good and costing us money. Stop it, fucking David Fincher, please don't.
I guess it's better to have a good show end than a bad show continue, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely
So
sticks in your memory, doesn't it? Oh, the best
yeah.
Netflix movie for me is probably Frankenstein. I really liked
Oh,
that.
dude, I liked Frankenstein. Yeah, that was. I forgot that was a Netflix movie.
Because
Yeah,
you forget because it's so good that it shouldn't be on Netflix.
yeah. That movie was definitely a surprise. I want because it came out in theaters too. Like they were shown in theaters. I think that's why I was confused. But yeah,
Yes.
I forgot about that. That's I really enjoyed
And
Frankenstein. I might watch
Pinocchio,
that.
Pinocchio by Del Toro as well.
Oh, I didn't see that. I've been wanting to see that though. Yeah, that
That's
looks
is
good.
solidly good film. And some parts of it maybe are a bit like loses me a bit, but the overall feeling of the film is absolutely amazing. It's very tearjerker. I thought it's so well done and strange. Like, because Del Toro is he doesn't make like full on masterpieces. I'd say like absolute knocked it out the park, best film ever. But the creativity and imagination in his films is
It's
just,
there.
yeah, like Blade 2, so fun. What's still the best comic book movie, like traditional comic book movie, in my opinion. It's just fun from start to finish, oozing with style, great choreography, more monsters, brilliant. And Hellboy's great, Pan's
I do like
Labyrinth.
the Hellboy. Yeah.
Like,
I have yet to see Pan's Labyrinth. That's one of my biggest watch lists ever since I was a kid. I've never seen it
that's
yet.
so you. That's so you. That film, yeah. You'll really appreciate that. And obviously that was his breakout film, and he had a few before that, or maybe one after it. That well, it's in Spanish, isn't it? It's not actually in English. It's before he went like,
Yeah.
uh,
He made this movie called Chronos. I started watching it, but I was out. Was in subtitles, so I'm like, oh, I can't focus on this when I'm out. But I never put it on when I got home because I think I started watching the John Woo movies. But yeah, I want to
mm.
see that. It looks interesting though,
Yeah, I've
for
not seen
sure.
that one, but I've seen another one by him. Yeah, one of the earlier Del Toros. I like to go through them, because even if I don't love his films, there's always just like some interesting, imaginative fantasy element. Like, I don't particularly
Yeah.
love Pacific Rim, but it's very fun when they do start fighting. Like, that is some robot versus kaiju porn. Oh my god. I mean, I'm a huge Godzilla fan and I love mecha anime and robots. And I was like, oh my god, we're getting a blockbuster Western style, like Evangelion movie where they fight big
Mm.
monsters, and it's the budget is not like a Japanese budget where like they're in suits or it's really like shoddily made. We're getting like serious money poured into it, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. And then they made the second one and ruined it, so rip. As they do, as they usually do, because it wasn't by him, it
That's
was
funny.
someone else.
Yeah, they're anime movies. I mean, like you were saying, they're some of them are hit and miss, but
Yeah, like
yeah,
anime.
I
That's
really,
an anime inspired movie as well. It's just and they're hit and miss. Yeah, but
I really did like the original Ghost in the Shell. That might be one of my favorite
yeah, I
animes
knew
of all
you'd
time. I'm
like that.
glad that movie is like some. I love the cyberpunk movies, like Blade Runner. What's another one? Like Thief is almost like that.
Oh,
It's
really?
like a, it's not cyberpunk, but if it's like a, it feels almost like an industrial, like it's a neo noir movie, but it has the feeling of a Blade Runner and Drive
Oh, right.
movie.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it now. It looks very noiry
it's
with the industrial sort of setting, and
yeah,
there's always like a guy. I mean, if you've got a leather jacket and you've got a gun, you've got a little bit of cyberpunk in you. Obviously,
yeah,
big
it,
cyberpunk films is like, yeah, Matrix is before the Matrix before it goes the dystopia aesthetic is a cyberpunk movie. Like when they're in the Matrix, like the real world, it's very cyberpunk esque. Not quite as like expansive
and
as Blade Runner, but yeah, it's got that
yeah,
feel.
Blade Runner 2049 too definitely
Oh,
expands on that. I just love the practical effects of the original. I love how they used to film sets because Star Wars used to do that too.
yeah.
Would they just have mini sets and they'd film it like it looks so realistic. Like that, like I look at Blade Runner's effects. I'm like, how did they do that? Like I see it, but then it's like it doesn't make sense to me. You know, it really doesn't.
It's
But like just seeing it is amazing.
boggles the mind,
Like
doesn't it?
I can't imagine seeing that in 1982. Like what?
That's what I'm saying. That's what always fries my brain a bit when I watch these films. I'm just looking at this film right now, Dark City. I don't know if you've ever seen that. You might have heard of it.
No, I haven't.
Oh, get that on your watch list. It's basically it came out was it like a year before The Matrix, so maybe like came out the same year. And it's
Oh wow.
funny enough, exploring a very similar concept, but
Huh.
it's a bit more. It's like The Matrix meets like Hellraiser, I'd say. Oh my god, that film is
Oh
underrated.
wow.
People are now picking it up. I think it's got a serious cult following, and that is peak cyberpunk. That um, very strange.
I
Deals with
might
like
watch that. It's
philosophy.
on Tubi.
Oh God, is it? Oh, get on it, mate. Yeah, because if you liked the Ghost in the best thing about Ghost in the Shell is like the philosophy behind it. I'd say for me, when like yeah they go on a little philosophical musings, and it's a lot of that in this film, but it's also an exciting '90s blockbuster. Oh, fucking the '90s was just amazing.
Love
I wasn't
that.
even in the '90s, but I already know it was good.
That's like the last happy generation, I think. Oh, 2000s too. I think it really started going down in 2010s. But another one,
The 2000s was
this
like
one,
the it was like the afterglow from the '90s.
yeah, right, right. From 1984, there was a 30-minute short film I watched called Quest. That movie was it basically this guy had this thing he had to get to the end in 7 days, but every day he aged by like 15, 20 years.
Right.
So it was really, really interesting. It was like it, it's hard to describe what kind of movie it is, but I mean it's a short, but it felt like a movie because it was 30 minutes long, but it's yeah, no, it had a very distinct style to it that I love. A very liminal, surreal movie. I really liked the way it looked. It looked like an old Apple commercial maybe or something,
Oh,
like 1984,
they had a
but
lot
like
of aura, them Apple
with Dune.
commercials.
Yeah, with Dune involved. Like it's very Dune like. Um so yeah, I recommend watching that one. That I
Sick.
would have gave it more if it was longer, but it was only 30 minutes, so I gave it 3.5.
Mm.
But concept was great. But yeah,
I'm just in
there's
the moment. I'm just in the. I go through phases where am I TV mode or am I movie mode? And I did a lot of movies a few like weeks ago, and I was rattling through a load of them, especially obscure and popular and everything in between. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and get back on the seat. I do what I do love about Naruto and long running shows of any kind is that once you're into it and you know that's got like 600 episodes, you just there with it for many months, and you're like, oh right, that's my entertainment sorted out now. No need to scroll up and down Prime to think, oh, do I want to rewatch this? Do I want to give something else a new chance? And I can get like that a bit, especially after consuming so much film. So when I just find something that I'm like, okay, I'm there for quite a while now. That's always quite
Right.
satisfying.
Right. Yeah. No, it's definitely a more of a stable thing.
The worst film I've watched recently, the three worst films. I mean, some of the worst ones we've already talked about. Evil Dead Burn, I hated that. But I didn't even watch it, so I couldn't even rate it. So I just gave it half star. Cell, I couldn't finish, half star. Tenet, Christopher Nolan. I was like, oh, let's go, because I'd watched Dark Knight Rises. So I was like, let's do the Nolan films I've not watched. Made it about 30 minutes into Tenet, and it takes a lot to put me to sleep. And my God, I just turned that off and went to sleep. And I was like, I'm not watching that. It just felt dead. I'm sure it has its fans, and it seems really interesting plot, but the way it's filmed is very drab. The worst film that I fully watched and stuck with, unfortunately, I wish I didn't, because I knew I wouldn't like it. It was Toy Story 4. I despised that film. I gave it half a star. I genuinely was.
No,
I
wow.
was. It takes a lot to offend me, but fucking hell, I was offended by that because it just felt like money. The film, like let's make
Yeah.
money out of. How can we make money in this next scene? Because we're struggling to literally think of a story and characters, and let's make the writing really fucking sentimental, but in a cringe way. Let's force all these
Yeah.
characters into it. It felt literally like fan fiction.
They did not need to make that movie. It was a perfect trilogy.
It
Like,
ruined it. It ruined. It didn't ruin it, but like it hurt it. It hurt
yeah.
that franchise for me.
Yeah. No, I could
Bastards.
see that. I haven't seen it, but that's because I haven't seen it because I've heard bad
Don't
things
even bother.
about it.
Don't even bother watching it.
Yeah.
Don't even satiate your curiosity. Me and my friend, we'd gone through the. We just started on Toy Story 2 because I came around. I was like, should we just watch Toy Story 2 because we know it's going to be fun and like it's just never old. And so that was my favorite of the three. But now my favorite is Toy Story 3. I think I really do think
Really?
yeah, I think that has a bit of everything I like about it, and it's the one that makes me laugh the most, and also the one that sparks a lot of emotion in me, and it brings me back to when I watched it in cinema. But that's solid, yeah. And then we was like, should we do it? Should we see what it's like, Toy Story 4, even though we both know deep down what it's going to be like? And it was even worse than I thought. So,
That's sad.
best film I've
I,
watched. Oh, go on.
well, a morbid curiosity film for me is Wicked. I'm kind of very curious to watch that movie, but I can't find it anywhere unless I pay for it. So it's like
Is that a
I
musical?
want it. Yes, it's a musical. It's based. It's like I guess it's not popular over there. I don't know, but it's the Wicked Witch of the West, basically from the Wizard of Oz. And yeah,
I
that
do.
you didn't. It was very big. It
It's
won a
big.
few
It's
Oscars
big.
in 20.
It's not. It's. I guess it's big with the normies. I don't know anyone who's watched
Yeah,
that.
no, it's a very normie movie. It's but I'm curious because I love the Wizard of Oz. Like
Mm.
I even had some positive things with the Oz the Great and Powerful, whatever, with James Franco. Like I didn't mind that movie when I watched it, although I was high on weed.
Hmm.
That might have helped it, but Return to Oz I really like too. Very creepy, but I
Oh.
like that. That movie is creepy. I think all the movies are creepy. They just have a lot of creepy backstories to them and what the
Yeah.
actors went
The
through, and
second one,
it's
Return
just
to Oz, is just that was the film that scared me the most as a child. Out of all the films, all of them, I could not watch that. It scared me. That the king, the mountain king, the guy made out of
yeah.
rocks. So the stop motion freaked me out. The people on the fucking wheels. It's a very dark, menacing, twisted kids film, and it really it scared me. Oh my god, this is from the Vivec archives. Jesus, when I was younger, I was so scared of that film that when I had to go to the toilet at night as a young boy, very young, I had such a vivid imagination, and I was so scared of that film that when I got to the top of the stairs to go down to go to the toilet, I would imagine and literally like see in my mind's eye the Mountain King down there, and there'd be like this red light downstairs, and
Oh
it was
gosh.
like his mouth because he picks up the the pumpkin head geezer in Return to Oz and eats him, and his mouth's like full of fire and lava, and I was so scared of it that I would go to the toilet in my room. And like I just couldn't help it. And my mother and father were like, "Why is your room like covered in piss, and I was like, well, it was the cat, not me. I was just too scared to admit that. I was like, oh my god, it's because I'm scared of this film. Thankfully, I did defeat the evil Mountain King and watched
Yeah,
it.
after a little bit, it does get. I remember I was terrified of it too. Like it almost felt like a fever dream watching it. Like I didn't think the movie existed. I'm like, is this really a movie? I thought it was just a dream in my head. But yeah, it is a real. It's Walt Disney. I didn't even know Disney made it. But yeah, no, that's a good franchise right there. Two solid ones.
Yeah,
Well, I thought was like they she gets to Emerald City pretty quick in the Return to Oz, but in the whole first movie, you know,
mm.
it takes like the whole movie. But yeah, no, that movie is very creepy. And the original, the Hanging Munchkin one, I know that Hanging Munchkin didn't happen, but there's the theory behind it that always scared me as a kid too,
That gave a
because
lot
I
of YouTubers a lot of content.
Oh, dude, it's and I remember I used to when I was younger, someone made an edit of it and it looks so realistic where they actually made a hanging munchkin there like in a sleeping bag type of thing or like a hay sack type of bag and it was hanging from the tree and it wasn't the bird and I'm like, "Holy shit," because they're like this is the original Wizard of Oz like from 1939. Uh
Yeah,
but yeah,
that must be the
because it did
most
get
pop.
re-released 10 years later, so I don't know. Maybe the
Yeah,
original did have it, but I don't think it did. But
yeah,
um,
maybe it did get edited out, and like, yeah, they just swept it under the rug. But that makes it more interesting the film. But I was going to say that like Wizard of Oz must be the most popular mainstream old film.
it
It,
is. It's
it
the most watched movie of all time.
Yes, and
Yeah,
it's like it's one of them films that if I was to ever have kids, there's like some films you just gotta show them to like it's not just like still entertaining and still endearing for what it is. It was a revolutionary film for filmmaking, and
yeah,
it's one of the films I think you must watch. You have to watch it if you're into films.
yeah.
I
No,
believe.
I've seen it so many times. I watched The Dark Side of the Moon with it too.
Yeah,
It fits so well. I always think about how high they must have been when they found that out.
I know, right? That
But yeah,
happens as well
no,
in 2001: A Space Odyssey, not with the Dark Side of the Moon, but the Pink Floyd song Echoes, where which is a very long song, and the last however minute how many minutes of that song there is, the last portion of 2001: A Space Odyssey where it goes through the psychedelic space
yeah,
tunnel. You
right.
match it up with me and my mate watched it on lysergic acid diethylamide a long time ago, and we was just both of our mouths were open the entire time. I was like, mate, that's crazy, and obviously we was implanting even more meaning on it being on psychedelics. But then I watched it just sober, and I thought, wow, it still does match up. Like the beats and the cuts and the transitions are just strange how it all matches up. Uh, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to say the best film I've watched recently has been this film here called Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman
Straw Dogs.
from the 70s. It's very dark, very
Hmm.
disturbing film. I would consider it almost like extreme cinema, but it was a big,
Oh
a
wow.
lot of money in it. But the concept, I was like, oh my god, this is like I've been imagining this type of concept. So David Summer, this is guy from the US. He marries this woman, this English lady from Cornwall, and it's set in England. And it's about an American that goes over to England and gets terrorized and ostracized for being an American in an English like conservative town, and the stakes keep rising and rising and rising. Because in the UK, there's definitely a bit of an ego. I mean, there is. Fucking Jesus Christ, we've got a whole fucking history full of like, let's pillage the world because we're the best of all time. Lol. But we're almost we have like a lot of English people, very close-minded people, have a very like warped perception of Americans. Like they're all pussies because they have different. Well, no, I don't know. I did an American voice. Like they're all pussies because they have a voice and they don't talk like this, so they're not real.
They're all pussies.
Where's my beer? Poontang. And he goes over there and he gets like it's the best home invasion film I've ever seen in my life, ever. It was so gripping and so disturbing and dark, and had this a lot of like the undertones of exploring like male masculinity, male fragility versus like toxic masculinity. It really interesting, and the way they've what an accurate film that is, because it made England feel as horrifying as it actually is.
They finally got it right, you
Yeah.
know.
Have you ever watched
That
American
makes sense.
Werewolf in London?
No, that's on my list too. Need to watch
Ooh,
that.
another not a Brit. I mean, it's not a British classic because it's by John Landis, but in terms of
And it's an American werewolf, so
yeah, get it right. He's an American. He's not taken
he's in
anywhere,
London.
and he's in London, the other great city. So
The
that
greatest state in the world. Okay. I used to live there. It was a great, great
it
state.
must be.
State of London, Ohio.
What's really that's another film that frightened the shit out of me when I was younger
The
because
transformation.
not I didn't even make it to that part, mate. I couldn't
Oh
even make.
wow.
Do you know what scared me the most about it? And I didn't even see the werewolf. It was the fact that it's set in Yorkshire, which I'm not actually from Yorkshire, even though everybody thinks I fucking am because I do that voice, which is a Yorkshire accent. I'm
Yorkshire.
actually from Lancashire, which is the county over. But the look and feel of the Yorkshire moors, like the winding countryside, is
Yeah.
I've never seen a film. I've never seen a film like that when I was younger. And God, my dad used to show me some films that I should not have watched, and he was just like, "No, you'll like it. You like werewolves." And I was like, "Yeah, werewolves." Oh God, it's a film that actually is about how horrible it would be to be a werewolf, but also get attacked by a werewolf in the county next to me. Like I could drive like 40 minutes away now and get to the site of that film, and I have done many times.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
the fact that it was set up north in England and then goes down south into London, I was like, I'd never seen anything like that. I was like, oh God, this is scary. They're actually werewolves like down the road. Because it was like in my head, I was like, this is the every time I'd seen a horror film, it'd been an American film, or like this is an American film, but it's set in England and very very English. So that freaked the shit out of me.
Right. Yeah, and the thing with these werewolf movies and vampires, like there's not too many good ones, and especially in modern day. Like they need to have a good modern day vampire and
Mm.
werewolf movie.
Well,
We
we know
haven't
we're
gotten
getting
it.
it. We're getting it soon. The werewolf.
Oh well, yeah, Vadavoof. Is that how they're gonna pronounce it?
Yeah,
Because
werewolf.
because they did that with the
I
Vivec,
believe it's
the
set.
Bitch.
I don't know where it's set. I don't know if it's set in England or it's set in Germany. But obviously, the werewolf,
Something like
the
that.
werewolf myth and folklore originates from like yeah Middle Europe, especially
Yeah, because
Germanic, French.
yeah, he's brought it back because Nosferatu. I almost forgot. Like, yeah, that was good. It wasn't like when I think of vampires, I think of the Lost Boys, and but Fright Night is my favorite all time vampire movie ever. I love that movie so much.
I've not seen that in a
Um,
long time, but I really like the effects on the
it's
practical effects.
such Yeah, and the guy Chris Sarandon plays in. He was in Child's Play. He was in something else, but he plays a good vampire because he's a handsome, good-looking man,
Some
and he's a
guys
very
just
like
asked
he's a very yeah,
some
he's a very sexual vampire. You can tell. Like that's what I like. I think vampires should be that way. Like focus on the intimacy and getting and like wanting to seduce somebody. And I think they did a really good job. And the movie is so 80s. That movie is the most 80s movie I've ever seen in my life. And it just is pure. The soundtrack is amazing. The poster is my favorite movie poster of all time. That movie poster always scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and it always intrigued me though. I love the face in the clouds and the house with the shadow in it. It's a beautiful movie. Yeah, one of my favorites of all time for sure. And then Lost Boys, I recently watched. I liked it, but I didn't. This creator I watched, Cody Leach, it's like his top two favorite movies of all time, or maybe it's a favorite horror film of all time. Is one of them. And I just didn't get it like that. I mean, it was good, but I could see why people would like it. I just didn't think it was, great. I did enjoy it. I did have a fun time.
hmm.
But
I
yeah, it
agree
was
with you that
interesting.
the intimacy and the sexual side of vampires is my most is the thing that draws me to vampire fiction the most. I'd say that vampires have had a much better fictional output than werewolves. The werewolves
Yeah, for sure.
they really need to get their shit together. Werewolves.
Because yeah, because the and Goosebumps actually did a pretty good werewolf. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I don't know if you watched Goosebumps as a kid, but that was one of my favorite shows. I still watch them from time to time because they're actually very pretty terrifying still,
I would
and
love
the
to sit down and
nostalgia
watch
comes
them.
back.
I've watched a few randomly, and I the opening tune is
Oh,
iconic.
oh, the opening tune is amazing. I'll have to show you some. October because it
Yeah,
gets
let's
you in
do
the
it.
mood. There's some great Halloween ones. Some of it's so cheesy. It's like the same story over and over again, but there are some that are actually like really like the Haunted Mask, of course,
Well, I'm
is
interested to
classic.
watch it because I've read God knows how many Goosebumps books. I've read all
Oh,
of
you
them.
read them
Oh,
before
oh
too? Okay, yeah.
in school, I even mentioned this in my latest video. Please check out my latest video. I mentioned that I was always reading like dark fiction in even in primary school when I was very young, and Goosebumps. When I discovered them, I was like, this is just this is so good. Like just the concepts and the short and the snappy. So I'd be interested to watch it to see if I could remember any of the ones I've seen or read because I've read loads of them. This is a vampire film here that's really good. Not really, it's pretty good. I'd like to watch it again. It's the John Carpenter film Vampires. If you've ever seen that,
I don't think I've even ever heard of that, but I love John
it's with
Carpenter,
James
so
Woods. James Woods is in a team of like vampire hunters, bussing about killing vampires with crossbows. It's a very stylistic, very entertaining. Not the greatest film ever, but a cool vampire
huh.
flick that a lot of people don't know about. Really underrated. I definitely recommend that.
Oh
And
wow.
James Woods is always good.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that because the guy I was just talking about the creator, he gave it a 4.
Walter
Um,
Community College asked us, "Have you heard of this movie called Obsession? It's about a girl who deals with derealization." And we've actually talked about Obsession thoroughly on the podcast when we had your movie subs on.
I'm literally holding a One Wish Willow right now.
Yeah, where did you get that
Uh,
from? Where was that?
it was on Urban Thread, but I ordered it all the way back in June, and it finally came like,
Whoa, that's a
or
long time.
maybe it was May. No, it was early June, I think. Yeah, no, it was from coming from China, and I thought it was a scam because they weren't like we didn't get the tracking, and then we finally did, but then it wasn't saying where our package was at because my cousin was the one who sent me it to get it. I'm like, okay, because it was $26, and I got three of them. I'm trying to open this without breaking. That's what I've been trying to do the past 15 minutes here, because it's like I don't want to break the packaging because the packaging is so good.
Yeah,
But I want to see what the willow looks like. It's probably nothing important, but I have curiosity.
maybe you
But
can snap it and wish for Instagram to stop deleting your accounts.
yeah, I'm a wish for Nikki Freeman to love me more than anyone in the whole entire world.
I can't. I mean, I can't blame him for saying that. To be honest.
No, she was beautiful for sure. She's gonna get some roles, but yeah, I
And
didn't mean to cut you off there about the guy obsession. Yeah, no, we did talk about it with Adam
yeah, if you'd like
in
to
the
find that out,
episode
it's like, was it
24, right?
24? Featuring Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, it's on my channel, that
Yeah,
one.
because we're doing back and forth because we love to experiment. I love the experiments, but don't experiment with heroin, kids. To take it back to the beginning.
No, yeah, wasted. So what did you like? No.
What do you like most about heroin, young man? Well, it makes me feel great. Um,
Did you ever see the Heroin movie? It's called Heroin.
they should just make movie. Yeah, they could do like a whole fucking the drug cinematic universe. Is just the chair of the movie, heroin the movie, or heroin X fucking bromo dragonfly or something like that. Yeah, Obsession's really
UCB.
good. It's best horror film of the year. Other than, I mean, the other best horror film of the year for me that's not straight up horror, but it's a horror. It's got horror elements. Is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which
I
came
need to
out
see that still.
came out
Yeah.
so early. It came out so early, and it also bombed at the box
January.
office that like people haven't forgotten about it because everyone who saw it was like, "Whoa, this is just almost as good as the first one." I'd say it's the second best
Yeah,
film in the
that's
series.
I was worried about seeing it because every time I see a January release, I'm like, no, that's not going to be good. But people are saying good things. But by the time I found out it was good, I'm like, I couldn't make it to the movies. So I wasn't really going at that time. I didn't start going till like February, but it's on Netflix.
Oh,
So
definitely get on it if you just. If I just love a universe. If a universe is well fleshed out, I'm just so there. It's like there's got a lot of. It's not got like it's not a lore heavy film, but the universe has got depth and character to it. It's got a lot of like detail, and it's interesting to find more about like the this world that it's set in, and it expands upon like ideas that you naturally would probably explore if you was in charge of making this universe. And I cannot wait for the third one. It might even if it's the if the trajectory is going, the third one might actually be the best one. It might be better than 28 Days, but who knows?
Oh wow.
I fucking really like that. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you before. So in Wasted, I looked it up, and oh my god, the guy who did the score that wasn't like the actual licensed music. We mentioned 300. He did the music for 300 and Watchmen. So he's like He's John Snyder.
Oh
Fucking
wow.
hell, Zack Snyder's
John Snow.
hello, it's me, John Snyder. He's Zack Snyder's like official go-to guy for like his early films for the score. So many people emerged from that movie, Wasted. Even if the people like who hired them didn't watch them, like for the public, that was like the first time we'd seen Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul.
Jesse Pink.
He's become
Jesse.
I am become
Jesse.
Jesse snorter of meth. He's yeah, that was where we got his face from. And then the only other film I've seen him in, Aaron Paul, other than Need for Speed, which I never remember that coming out, is K-Pax with Kevin Spacey and Jeff
Oh
Bridges.
wow.
And he's in it for 2 minutes. But the camera like pans to his face as if it's almost like it was made, like the filmmakers knew the future. Like, you are going to know who this person is.
That's funny.
That's a good film.
The
That
first
really good.
Okay. The first one I saw him in was the Last House on the Left remake.
Never.
I
I
actually
had no
I
idea.
qu- yeah, no, he played the bad guys. And that was my introduction to him. Like, damn, he plays a good terrible person. Yeah, he's in it has a 2.9, but I mean everyone here is giving it a 3, which is probably what it deserves. So it's an enjoyable movie. It's not a bad remake.
Right. I think I have actually seen that because I've seen so many of them films. But I remember the
Yeah.
original very
Eh,
well.
yeah, I have not seen the original. I just know that one is dirty and grimy.
Yeah, very.
I think Wes Craven made it,
He
right?
did, yeah.
If I'm not
Before
mistaken.
he went crazy with Freddy.
Freddie
I'm
and
glad
then
he did.
Scream.
Oh, and
Man,
Scream, yeah. Scream is his best
he
film.
is talented. Yeah, Scream is just still so enjoyable. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street is really good, but it has a little 80s cheese to it that
It's
like
not as
Scream is like
scary. It's not scary, is
no,
it?
it's not as scary, but it is one of the scariest in the whole franchise for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But I prefer the
Which
goofy ones when it goes. I think I've mentioned this before, but my favorite Freddy film is other than Freddy versus Jason, which I'm just oh my god, I love that
Oh, I
movie
love Freddy. That might be my favorite
because
one,
it's so
honestly.
fun. And but the
It's great.
we even mentioned that before, didn't we? That's funny.
Yeah.
The is it Wes Craven's New Nightmare where it's like a meta film where like
Yeah, that one.
Freddy haunts like the film crew and it's not the greatest film ever, but it's just interesting and took a new turn for the franchise in a way
Yeah.
that not many things do. This guy Peanut Dubber, if you're not a guy, I'm very sorry. Says I grew up near the town that they filmed the first Night of the Living Dead,
Oh wow.
Zelenolp, Pennsylvania. What the hell are these town names? But that's really interesting. Obviously, the like it's one of the classics in it, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, no, and Night of the Living Dead, like I was telling you before a couple days ago, the Carnival of Souls is definitely the main actress was based off of Candace Hilligoss in Carnival of Souls. You could just tell, and it's very similar because it's like a zombie movie pretty much
Mm.
before the zombie movies took over.
Yeah, I
But
can't
yeah,
wait to
it's
watch that. I wasn't. I don't want to spoil myself on it, but yes, the just the imagery and even just some of the
yeah,
shots look just really really good. Her eyes are looking
yeah.
really weird.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch it again. It's on everything. Like you go on the letterbox, you see it's like available everywhere. It's there's like so many things on YouTube from it. It's on HBO Max, Criterion, probably on Tubi.
Have you watched many of the Dead films, including The Return of the Living Dead, on top of like Romero
I've
stuff?
seen I've seen the 2005 Dawn of the Dead remake. I've watched the original part of it. I've seen part of the Night of the Living Dead. I watched the newer Crazies.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, I
I
forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. I haven't like I'm not into zombies
Are you
really
not?
as much as other people. No, I did like Zombieland though. That's like one of my
Yeah, it's
favorite
good.
zombie movies of all time. I think Woody Harrelson is a pretty good actor when he plays that type of person.
Yeah, I guess it
But
was zombies. The thing with zombie movies, because there are subgenres. Like if you're not like compelled by zombies, the zombie movies, the main thing they have going for them is zombie action and zombie stuff going on. But some of the best zombie movies, like I mean, Romero's first three, Night, Dawn, and Day, they're more than just zombie movies. They're exploring a lot more stuff about society and human psychology, and on top of being very gory and fun. And then you get Land of the Dead, which is just like fucking John Leguizamo fighting zombies in a tank, which is just amazing. And then you got
yeah,
Return of the Living Dead, which is obviously a bit
I did see that one.
brains.
It might have been number two though, the really funny one. Uh, I remember it was like a really
Mm.
funny one. Like I could stop laughing. It was not taking itself seriously.
Dawn
I
of the
don't know.
Dead
Was it
remake was
Return?
pretty good as well. It had had some
I
again
love that one. That
snappy.
was Zack Snyder.
Yeah, that's my
He
favorite.
made that.
That's probably my favorite Snyder film that isn't Watchmen. You know what? He actually did some. He was doing some really cool stuff before he got consumed by the Cape shit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
They're making a George A. Romero before he died. He had plans to do one last of the Dead film, and because it's Hollywood, they found it somewhere in the Chamber of Secrets, and they're adapting it, getting someone to adapt
Oh,
his script, which could be very bad, could be very good. I mean, Survival of the Dead was really not good, but so I don't know how it's gonna go. But yeah, zombies have sort of dropped off. To be fair, I mean, Walking Dead was like, well, we've
Shaun
just
of the Dead.
oh my yeah, well of course yeah, that's just the best. Like it's not just the best zombie movies, it's one of the best comedies, peak British humour. I think that really put. I think Shaun of the Dead put British movies on the map for a lot of
I think so
Americans.
too. Edgar Wright. Yeah,
I think that's when
he got Americanized for sure.
I think Trainspotting and Shaun of the Dead is when Americans and Hollywood started to take British cinema seriously instead of it being like, oh, they're trying to do us, but not. Where we were like, you know what, let's stop trying to be like Americans, but take cues from American production. And that's what Shaun of the Dead and Trainspotting did. The production is Hollywood level, like in terms of the technicalities and attention to detail. And then Hot Fuzz obviously was a big one.
Yeah, I
And
just pulled it up. I loved Hot Fuzz.
and so
I
yeah,
have to rewatch it because I gave it a 3.5. I didn't like it the second time. Well, I liked it, but I didn't
mm,
like it as much as I liked the first time. I really liked the scene the guy, where the guy was. It's been a while, but he's like the very suspicious guy in the car. He's like, "I'm gonna bash your brain," or something. What does he say in that scene? That's so funny when he did that.
which bits that what's the setting? Are they in the police station?
He, he's in a car. I think it might have been. Damn, what was his name in that movie? Oh, Timothy Dalton,
Oh,
the guy who played Simon
I'm
Skinner.
a slasher of prices.
Yeah. That had me the first time I watched that, I was cracking up like crazy
It's so
when
tongue
he
in
said that.
cheek. It's one of them films I can see why some people are, oh, I watched it again, it wasn't as good, but it's just because it's so famous, man. Like this film is like quoted and clipped and parodied, and it's such a creative fucking movie. Like let's take American style like buddy cop comedy and put it in fucking England, make it really gory and silly. It walks the line between silly and serious very well. Edgar Wright, the Cornetto trilogy was that was the moment. Yeah, the Cornetto trilogy was the moment that Britain reached. I'd say, yeah, American level. Slasher. Yeah, American levels like quality. I don't really know what like British films now seem to have gone back inward again, where they're very much about British things, British topics that the British people can relate to. Oh, look at it, it's a supermarket. And back then, like there was firing on all cylinders where they reached the American market, but now I don't know. I mean, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, to be fair, is probably the most recent great British
Right.
film. Even though it was directed
Yeah.
by an American director, that is a British film at heart because of Danny Boyle.
True. Yeah.
And speaking of Danny
Definitely.
Boyle,
Oh yeah, Nia DaCosta. Yeah, she's okay.
she made that. Did you watch the Candyman remake by her?
I did. I enjoyed it enough. I had problems with it, but overall, I thought it was a very interesting take on it.
I think I appreciated that movie more than I enjoyed it. I actually really
Yeah,
liked the angle it was taking in terms of the racial elements, but the whole time I'm watching,
yeah,
I
that
just
was the
think,
important part. The
I just prefer when I'm watching. I just think I just wish I was
Oh,
watching the original.
the original, yeah, Tony Todd when he first gets introduced in that parking garage. I didn't see Candyman until 2, 3 years ago for the first time. I was always afraid because of the bees. I saw that on
Not
like
the
a
bees.
Halloween night. Yeah, the Wicker Man too. No, but no, that movie. Yeah, his voice is very iconic, and he voiced the devil in Final Destination 3 with the ride. It's like, I forgot what he says in it, but he's got a very amazing voice, and
Yeah,
I can only imagine watching it with headphones or like a loud theater when he first gets introduced in the parking garage with that reverb and everything. Like,
amazing.
oh, great, great. But yeah, I like what they were doing, but yeah, I felt like they it peered off and started going in directions I didn't want. I like the opening, especially when they show the Candyman coming out the freaking wall
I
in the beginning.
agree.
I thought that was cool. That was really cool. But yeah, it I think it took itself. I don't know. It tried too hard.
I'm
I
very
think.
blurry. I'm very blurry on the end of it, other than the bit where everything's on fire. I sort of like zone out when I know there's a point in Candyman where I'm like, oh, I'm not as interested in it anymore. But everything before that
Yeah.
is just peak horror. I loved it. Someone's said here, Esak 36. If you like cheesy horror, have you seen the movie House? Now, you're gonna have to be a little bit
Oh,
more
I haven't
specific
seen that yet.
because there's a lot of things with House. But are you talking about the Japanese film?
Yeah, that one I haven't seen that yet. I almost I put it on. I watched 5 minutes of it, and then I'm like, I'm just not in the mood for this.
I
I know I have to be in the mood
I
for that
may say
movie.
something that will shock and surprise many people, despite being a prolific weeaboo, but I'm not actually a massive fan of Japanese live action cinema. I find it very hard.
Oh
I
wow.
find it very hard to. I mean, this is me talking fucking watashi wa igirisu shushin desu. Like, I literally just can't. I can't connect with Japanese actors, and I know that maybe people say, "Oh, that's closed-minded," and I agree it is. I've watched so much Japanese cinema, and there's just a cultural disconnect, and I don't know. I mean, people say, "Oh, how do you even connect to anime? It's cartoons," but I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I watch anime in dub, so like, I need like a little bit of like something I can relate to connect with the characters rather than. And I don't want to. People would say this is racist, but I do. When I've even been to Japan, and you know what? When you don't understand the language fully, everyone does sort of sound like the same. They really do, and that's just not. That's just language, isn't it? They probably think all us English people sound the same. They probably do.
Right.
But
I like that South Park thing with the. I don't know if there was Chinese. I think it was Chinese, but that was when they were imitating Americans. But sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. No, South Park's take on Japanese stuff is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, House, I respect and love it, and for what it is, but it's not a film that I actually really enjoy very much. It's a bit too like random for me, and I love random stuff, but it's just a lot of really, really, really good images. You could say that's about anime, but I don't know. And it's 1977. It was I do respect it for being so ahead of its time, but I've watched many
Definitely.
Japanese movies, and like I'm scared to watch like Seven Samurai and like Harikiri, the like which are considered
Same.
they're like two of like the most highest rated movies ever, and like
It's
I don't
crazy.
want to not like them, but I just
I think you will.
I must. I mean, I should. My
A
DNA,
movie rated that high, I mean, it has to be amazing. Like
my
even
DNA dictates it. But like, yeah, it's one of them. It might be like a Citizen Kane job where I'm like, yeah, this is a
oh
masterpiece, but it's
gosh,
just not for me.
yeah, if it's like Citizen Kane, I won't enjoy it. I think that movie, I appreciate it, like you said. Yeah, no, it's not for
You
me.
can't not appreciate it, can you? Because when you're a cinephile and you understand, not only do you love films because of the films and the art, there's like the impact and the cultural relevance to it is just it makes me instantly respect it. Again, like Wizard of Oz, even if someone doesn't like it, I think it's hard not to respect and admire for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they remake.
Oh,
They need to remake Citizen Kane with The Rock in it. To be fair, for me to enjoy it.
yeah, right.
Surprised they
Uh,
haven't.
Yeah, no, that's funny. They definitely need to do that. That would be so. I would watch that. That would be so funny. That would be so meta.
Yeah.
But Ichi the Killer, I did not like. Adam gave it a 4. I mean, this is
He
his,
loves
someone.
Takeshi Miike films.
I do not like Ichi the Killer. I have not seen Audition yet. I bought it,
That's
but it
awesome.
looks,
That's
yeah,
great.
that looks like an amazing. But that one actress, she's in Tokyo Gore Police. I had no problem with her. She actually was my favorite part of that movie, but I was just so bored during it. Like it's so gory. And it's like that's what it is. It has a very interesting style to it. Like it's like another cyberpunk type of movie where police are murdering like everyone,
Yeah.
every criminal, and it's just so gory. It's like way over the top. But I just found myself I wasn't interested. Same with Ichi the Killer. I thought Ichi the Killer was is so over the top, but there's no. I wasn't impacted by the story a
I
lot.
again
So.
being biased towards anime. I'm like I watch each of the Killer, a lot of Takeshi Miike films that aren't his. Like, Audition is just that's perfect for live action. The Japanese horror cinema is exceptional. I love that. But other genres of Japanese films, other than like stupid Godzilla movies, which I just love, I can't really get into them. And when I watch each of the Killer or other Miike films, I'm like, you know what? This would just be better animated. And you're coming from a country where
Oh,
like,
I could
anime,
see that.
yeah,
That would be awesome.
because it's got that it's got that over the top Japanese vibe to it. And I was like, you know what? For a country that animates everything that you can animate, I'm shocked that this film isn't an anime. But Takeshi Miike's new film looks really good. It's a follow up or like spin off of Bad Lieutenant, which is those two films,
Mm.
really good films. With one with Harvey Keitel, the first one in the 70s maybe or 80s, and then the second one, which is it's not a sequel, but it just takes this concept of a corrupt cop. And Nicolas Cage is in it. It's by Werner Herzog, True Lieutenant. True Lieutenant. Uh,
Yeah, you were telling me about that one. I remember. I still haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it's
I think you'd like
it
that.
was funny.
It's funny and strange, and just as again
Hmm.
about drugs, he's smashing heroin the whole movie. He's like gets on the case like, where's the killer at? And he's like he's fucking just like sniffing loads of like cocaine and heroin the whole time, and he's an absolute dirtbag. And it's funny. It's Bad Lieutenant. The first one's really gritty to the point of it being like disturbing, but almost funny because it's so over the top in how ridiculously disturbing it is. And the one with Werner Herzog like I'd say that's like a unintentional black comedy, but it's still great because it's just strange. Like for some reason, he hallucinates iguanas for some reason. And he's like, "Oh, it's a fucking iguana on my
I've
coffee
seen that
table."
clip before. Yeah, that one. That one's funny. I don't know if you sent me that or it showed up on my feed, but
It's good,
yeah,
and
that was
Val
funny.
Kilmer's in it as well, and he's always
Oh,
good.
I like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
He always it always reminds me of when he did Jim Morrison in The Doors. That was a good movie that he
Mm.
did for
Someone just
that.
said
But
something here that's interesting. I don't watch horror movies anymore. They aren't human said this. I don't watch horror anymore. It's too real. I can put myself in others' POV so well that I just avoid them now. And I've actually seen this
hmm,
phenomenon across like psychonauts and spiritual people. They really don't like horror movies, and and they find it like
it's not for everybody.
no,
That's for sure.
we're just twisted evil bastards. Like
I grew up with it. Like my mom showed me it when I was like 2, 3 years. Like I saw now Halloween Resurrection's not a great movie by any means, and it's not even scary. But as a 3 year old, I saw it in theaters. She took me there. So, and then the original Halloween, watching that, yeah. So it got me in that. I just started watching horror movies all the time, and I just got desensitized. But I get desent. I'm still sensitized towards like gore and stuff. I won't watch that at all. Like that shit is just it's too much.
I'm not a
Like
gore
people
fiend, but
dying.
if there's gore is part of the movie's plot and like people are getting murdered, like part is not gratuitous, then that's great because I feel like they shouldn't uh, fuck about if it's a horror film. It should go to the extreme. Again, Obsession was good because it wasn't super gory, but when it needed to be, it was impactful and cleverly well done.
Right.
So
Right.
I can completely understand it, and I do get a bit like sometimes I do forget when I show people films like oh shit these people probably haven't watched like a lot of horror films because it's like even though it's a very popular genre and always has been, if you're not into it you really don't like it. Some people say to
Yeah.
me, like, I don't know how you watch Martyrs, I don't know how you watch this. And I'm like, well, I'm not watching Martyrs because I want to, like, oh, let's get the popcorn in and watch Martyrs and snuggle up and relax. It's like, no, I want to put myself through some, like, philosophical, existential, like, suffering in a sense because, I don't know, it's meaningful for me.
Right. Yeah, no, Martyrs is more of a story than it is the I mean the gore is definitely powerful, but yeah, the story is what gets you. It's a very interesting story
That's the
for
most
sure.
disturbing film I've ever watched, probably, in terms of
It's
concepts.
definitely up there for me, yeah.
I've watched more like fucked up films, but they're always just like the gratuitous and extreme for the sake of being extreme, oftentimes. But Martyrs is that's an art house torture porn film. I hate the term torture porn because it's so
Same.
shallow and it fucks over a lot of good films like Martyrs that get lumped in with other crap. But yeah, if I've always wanted to talk about Martyrs on the channel, but I do realise that a lot of people who do watch Vivec and do are psychonauts are, and this is fine. Everyone's just different, but a lot of people when they consume media, they do want just like positive vibes, don't they? They want to watch happy films or films of triumphant, or they've got drama in, even if it's dramatic and bad things and dark things happen. Like the overall message is really happy, and then Martyrs is like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no happy for anyone.
Yeah, no
No
happiness,
happiness
bad
in
ending.
France.
I'd say the worst movie that you ever feel after watching is probably Funny Games.
Aha,
That
yeah.
movie is, yeah, no, there's no, you don't get no happiness, nothing. Maybe for a split second you
Have
do.
you watched both of them? Have you watched both of them, or have you watched the remake?
Just the original.
Oh, you've just watched the original, not the remake with Naomi Watts and Tim Roth.
No,
Oh,
I don't want to put myself through through that experience again.
maybe I'm a sa-
Ugh.
I think I'm the more I learn about myself. I was like, am I slightly sadistic? I'm like a healthy sadist in a sense because I don't. I just love like the extent of like art and film and how fucking bizarre and disturbing it can get, and especially when
Oh, I
it's
appreciate
not
it for
fun. It's
sure.
not fun. I mean, there's some fun parts of funny games. Some parts of it,
Uh,
like the experimental
yeah,
bits, not to spoil it, are really like, whoa, that's entertaining.
yeah. I never seen anything like that before in a movie.
He's a great
But
director.
yeah, definitely.
He's a great or Michael Haneke.
Heineke.
Haneke, yeah, I think he's French, but every time I think they're French, they're from somewhere else.
I
He,
like the actor in the movie. He was in Benny's video too. He does a good job at
oh
playing
yeah.
a psychopath.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, his skinny frame is just it's intimidating, even though he doesn't look intimidating. I don't know if that makes sense,
If I
but
was to
that's how I
recommend
see it.
a another Haneke film to you, I would recommend Cachet, which is whoa, that's like it's the most rewarding slow burn film I think I've ever watched, other than his another film by Haneke called The Piano Teacher. It's if you lock,
Yeah,
it's one of them where like if you lock in, you are rewarded with one of the most interesting stories in like sort of art housey drama type films, and it's just one of the films where you know there's something going to happen that's really really like impactful and eventful, and you're gonna like when there's a film like Martyrs, everyone remembers the last shot, and like there's films like extreme films where everyone remembers just that one bit that happened that's like fuck me, whoa, that's heavy. And
yeah,
Cachet has that moment, and it just comes. You don't know when it's going to happen, but you just know it's going to happen. So highly
right.
recommend that. Yeah,
Mm,
he's really good.
yeah, it's all classics. I mean,
Mm.
lowest score Adam's given it is a 4. So out of all these movies,
Mm.
most of them are fives.
Oh, is that his lowest rated Haneke film? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what.
No, well, no, that's not the lowest. I was just reading like in general because
Okay.
yeah, no, he's given them fives. He gave Cachet a 5,
Yeah, it's fucking
uh,
awesome, man.
Piano Teacher a 5.
Yeah, piano teacher. Some people again will be like, it's boring, but I don't know. Like when you, these films are so fucking deep. Like the people who make this, like Michelle Haneke's a deep guy. He's very smart. You can tell, and when a very smart person makes a film that's not for everyone, but if for the people who it's for, it can become one of your very favorites.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't show that to like someone who's
No.
only just started watching movies with like
Oh, of course not.
Boss Baby or something.
Yeah, Boss Baby.
I mean that
Boss Baby, the piano teacher too.
it's like a double bill. If I had if I had a theater, just because I've got troll nature, so if I had like an art house cinema or something, and I controlled what played, I'd do like the good and evil double bill. So I'd like play Wally, and then I'd play like a Serbian film, just to fuck with people because I know that I
Uh,
know that I could watch that and be like, whoa, that's crazy. Like both of them back to back. I'm like, that makes me feel weird. I just like feeling weird in like a good way, and other people are like, no, that's ruined my life, and I'll never be the same again.
right.
And it's a terrible film, a Serbian film. Like, it's absolutely shit. Like that's the definition of
Yeah.
gratuitous and just
Yeah.
it's sad.
No.
It's a sad, pathetic, embarrassing movie that thinks it's really deep.
Yeah. No. I don't like that movie. It's just too much.
No, it's just even it's disturbing, but I could probably watch it and be like, and just be I'd be just be embarrassed by like there's just its existence.
Right.
It's
Who
sad.
made it? He
Some
made the ABCs of
some
Death too.
Serbian guy.
Wow.
Oh God, even me typing
That's
it in, I'm
crazy.
gonna stop typing that in. I'll probably get fucking demonetized. Yeah,
I think it's on YouTube.
don't watch that,
I
folks,
think that's where I watched it.
and definitely don't watch it on psychedelics because some people I've
Oh,
spoken to some people through Vivec who are like they've got the curiosity kills the cat mindset where like yeah I know it's gonna fuck me up but I'll watch it anyway because it might make me a stronger psyche and then all it does is just
it definitely won't. Yeah,
it'll just make you very depressed
that's how I felt after watching Don's Plum.
mm,
It's just so gratuitous. There's nothing really gratuitous shown except near the end a little bit, but even that it's just the conversations that are being told. It's too much.
someone said here they watched the Housemaid and it was really good. I really like that psychological thriller genre. Oh, I've seen that
Oh, it's
about.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh well, we're going to have to watch it, aren't we?
I think her boobs are in it. So,
Well,
hey.
we better add, or else we won't be watching it. No, no, on a level, no, she's a great actress, and she seems like a really like bubbly persona. I really like the current generation of big, late 20 something, 30s sex symbol actors. They all seem really, yeah, they just seem sound. I like all of them. Tim Cham, fucking Sydney, Margaret Qualley. She's my waifu. Margaret
Margaret
Qualley.
Qualley
Yeah,
is
she's
all over the place ever since the subs. Well, I mean, it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
Do you know what's funny? I've not actually watched her in a film since The Substance, like a modern film. I've seen many of her roles.
oh, she did a lesbian sex scene with Aubrey Plaza in a Coen Brothers
Well,
movie.
that's brilliant. I'm gonna watch that immediately after this
Yeah,
ends.
no, it's pretty hot and heavy. I recommend it. It's very beautiful to watch that. They get really into it too.
The film I first saw her in, other than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it came out that same year, was the Death Note Netflix live action movie, and she plays
Oh,
Misa.
I didn't even know she was in that.
Yep, that's what's crazy about it. I remember I was like, a few years ago, I was like, should I rewatch the Death Note movie to see how bad it was? Because it was fucking shocking, that. And
Yeah.
she plays Misa in it, and I was like, oh, it's just that she was so young in it that she's a little bit older. I mean, she's still very youthful looking, but she was very, very young in that. You could tell she was like, yeah, like 18, 19 or whatever. And yeah, she's come a long way, funnily enough, through like sort of not alternative, I mean, slightly alternative, like big blockbuster films. I mean, The Substance, obviously, it's mainstream horror, but it's fucking, I don't know, like, that film really signaled to me as like, oh right, the general public can now watch really, really, really strange, horrific movies if they've got like something else to them. It was almost a lot of people I remember I spoke to said, "Oh, I've never watched a horror movie before, but The Substance is awesome." So I think that introduced a lot
Yeah.
of people to like horror concepts because I don't think a lot of people knew how far that film was going to go.
No, even when I was watching, I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm glad it went to the place it did. I saw that movie probably 5, 6 times now. I haven't seen it. This is my longest time without seeing it, but I'm just gonna wait because I
Yep.
know I could watch it right now if I wanted to because I love The Substance. I remember when it came out, you and me were talking like you saw it first, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
dude, this movie is fucking awesome." I'm like,
the
"Okay, I'm excited."
glaze was real because I
Yeah,
just thought
yeah.
I just got that was 2024. I just got back from Japan my first time, and then I was linking up with all my friends, and I thought, oh, should we go and watch The Substance? And obviously, it's got substance in the title, so it appeals to so many people, that film, on many levels, I believe. And I got the whole gang to go, and it was a packed cinema, and everyone was laughing at all the funny bits. It was just, oh, this is the movie going experience that I've missed for so long, and not really had that since in terms of going to the cinema. Every time I've gone,
All right.
fucking. I mean, I went to watch Project Hail Mary, but I'm not gonna lie, it's just not for me. That was packed. Backrooms, yeah, it was pretty packed, but it wasn't. It was just a sit down and watch film. It wasn't like a lot of laughing or like reactions,
Yeah.
other than just intrigue. Went to watch fucking, yeah, the Obsession, and the biggest movie of the year. Nobody was at the
Yeah.
cinema somehow.
Yeah, Odyssey was my biggest movie I saw with people. Like it was packed, and I like seeing a movie like because they respected the movie too. Like they're not making noise. Like they'll react, but they weren't like back rooms. But it was just immature because people they're 12-year-olds going in there. But
I think
yeah, Odyssey was
British
definitely more
12-year-olds,
mature.
are a bit quieter than American 12-year-olds. I think.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, they're extremely obnoxious over here.
God help you. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, British 12-year-olds and teenagers are all being destroyed by culture, but we're not like chicken jockey, throw the popcorn, do the Fortnite
Oh
dance.
gosh, yeah,
That's
no.
like, you don't get that in the
Or
UK.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I can't imagine the worst possible showing for that. That was probably
Oh God.
the worst movie you could probably go see.
If you like
Yeah.
product films, let's consume product that I have an attachment to. Hooray, dopamine, and it's just I don't know, man. I can't be bothered. Like the big film that I'm scared for it to come out, and I just know I'll hate it, and everyone will be like, "No, it's good." Is the Legend of Zelda live action movie that's coming out? I'm like, no, I
Oh, gosh.
don't want to watch it, but I've got to watch it because it's like, I mean, I'll try and not pay money for that film. I'll try because I do not want to support these live action adaptations of video games. Call me jaded, call me unk, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, and then everyone's like, no, but Sam Neill just passed away.
Yeah, yeah.
His
Rest
last,
in peace.
yeah, rest in peace, one of my favorites. His last role is in the Legend of Zelda movie. He's like the only big like name in it, and
Oh
I
wow.
thought, that's so odd. Everyone else is like, I've never heard of him. And he's in it, and I thought, okay, right, you've piqued my interest a little bit because would like to see Sam Neill one last time. I bet he's not even a real person. I bet his voice is like a CGI character. I bet. I
Yeah, or
just
the
know.
AI something.
So fuck Legend of Zelda. If you go and support it, then you're my enemy. But no, not really. But I am very disenchanted by these video game films. Said it many times, and I've yet to see a good one. But I'm telling you now, I said it I said it on live on the Dripsters podcast. Resident Evil is going to be the best video game movie. I just can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, same. I think it looks amazing. I'm
Everything
excited
is
to watch it.
everything is pointing towards that being a success, and
And,
Zach Cregg
and
is
I
on a
love,
roll.
yeah, yeah, I love Zach Cregg ever since Whitest Kids You Know. I even love Miss March. It has terrible reviews, but that movie is such a soft spot in my heart. I think it's just like a long WKUK sketch.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, no, Weapons was great. I loved Weapons. I don't care. People say the ending is bad. I love the ending, to
I
be
don't think
fair
it's
with
bad. I
you.
just think the rest of the film was just really, 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 really good. And
Strong.
the last bit was just, oh yeah, it's pretty okay way to end it, and it had
I could see that.
a great gore sequence as well. But
Yeah, pulling her apart.
oh,
So I guess I shouldn't have spoiled it, but
SH, oh, don't worry, you never heard it. But Men in Black laser device.
she survived.
I remember
She was never a witch.
I was watching it, so when I watched Obsession again with I watched it with my family, and I bought it with my cousin for his birthday because he wanted to watch it so bad, and we all watched it, and then my auntie and uncle left. It was like, oh, we're gonna go to bed. You have to let, and said to my cousin, "Oh, you'll have to let us know what happens at the end of it." And I just said as a joke, "Everybody dies," and they thought I was being serious, and they were like, "Oh, thanks for spoiling it," and I was like, "Oh, I'm not being serious."
I mean, technically, you are right. Everyone does die
Yes,
if
as
you
they
wait
should,
long enough.
as they should.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone's just asked, "Have we watched ESAC again?" Thank you for thank you for all the contributions in the chat today. It's been really interesting.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, it's been very engaging. Have you ever seen the movie Hokum? And yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I watched
I thought it
Token.
was all right. Yeah, it didn't blow my head off. Really had some elements of it that I really enjoyed, but I think it was a bit cheap for me. A bit cheap, like production wise, and some of the fantasy, well, not the but the horror type stuff, the creature, not even creatures, but like the weird stuff in it, just felt a little bit. I feel like I'm watching a little bit of like a university grade film here, but other than that, well made and interesting, and had some good themes in it. So yeah, more of that.
Yeah,
I'd rather it exists than it doesn't. I give it a solid 3 stars.
yeah. I liked it. Then I started like thinking it was really average. Then I started liking. I literally watched a video on it today, and it got me back hyped back up to want to watch it again. I really like the design of the Jackrabbit character. If they would have done more with that, that would have been perfect. And the witch was very creative, and I like Adam Scott's character. Like he played an asshole. I not enough movies do that
Yeah,
where like he's just an unlikable guy, but you know he has an arc, which
that
I
was
like that.
that was
It was.
very
I thought it was creepy.
very Silent Hill inspired. That very Silent Hill inspired that film.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if the director is a fan of Silent Hill too, because there's a lot of parallels between the story and the character being like slightly despicable, but exploring him to the nth degree, to the point where like you can't not sort of see where he's coming from and why he is the way he is. And Adam
Yeah,
Scott is a very good actor that I've mostly seen in comedies, but I've seen him in a lot of serious films now, and I've really enjoyed him in them.
yeah,
He's mostly been in, yeah,
yeah.
just like in Step Brothers and fucking Madame Web. He must have been in a lot of shit. He must have been in a lot of shit. But he's
He was in Severance. I haven't watched it, but I know that's supposed to be a really good show.
another one where it's like, where you have to be in the right frame of mind. And I watched a bit of it. I
Right.
was like, this is actually great. This is great. Everything, I like everything about it, but I'm just not compelled to watch all of it. I might wait for that to fully finish over the years and come back to it, because I don't want
Yeah.
to get Game of Thrones again.
Uh, um. All right. I think this is a good time to end now.
Yeah, it's been three
So,
hours. Fucking hell.
yeah. Yeah. I have to pee again.
He's been at the ketamine again. No, you
uh,
won't be doing that ever again, will you?
no, of course not. Never again.
Uh,
I hope y'all enjoyed our movie talk. As
yes.
always, we'll be back next week for probably Train Spotting.
Yes, I'd
I'd
say
say.
Train Spotting, because not only it's my recommendation for you, big drug movie that you've not seen. I mean, it is the drug movie, so this is going to be a big one.
It's
Oh,
gonna be a huge one, guys.
yeah, other than Rakim for a Dream,
Oh,
this
I
is the
don't even
one.
know if I want to watch that.
Ah,
I don't know. I don't know if I can watch Requiem for a Dream again if that comes along.
I hate that. I'm a sadistic person, because that is like a comfort movie for me, even though it's like
That's
so bad.
crazy.
I just because
That's
I
crazy.
agreed with YMS when he said, I loved it on Sardonicus, and he said, yeah, it's a comfort movie for me because I just love the style of it, but the last 10 minutes are absolutely harrowing, and every time I'm like, oh, the comfort's gone really really
Yeah, no,
fast.
the drug movies really get to me because
Mm.
I just was in those positions before with people who are on drugs and on drugs myself, you know, substances maybe
Ooh.
I didn't even know I was taking and you know, Requiem for a Dream really affects me and I've never done heroin
Um, what we could do was,
again, but you know, I still know what that feeling would be like.
yes, that's why that film's so powerful, isn't it? Because like Wasted is good, but Requiem for a Dream pulls no punches, and it puts you right into
No.
how it is. And
Yeah.
Trainspotting does as well, but in a more stylistic sort of black comedy, ethereal
I'm
way.
scared.
Yeah, be scared,
I
but
was scared of Spun too at some
I know,
points,
yeah.
man. I'm not even lying.
So
Wasted didn't scare me. It was all that was like
this is
that made
real
me feel
horror.
better.
People saying we're like
Yeah,
horror fiends and like we're desensitized. No, when we watch real life horror, that affects me a lot, like
yeah.
big time. Yes,
Climax 2 really got to me. I felt like I was on a bad acid trip watching it, just knowing
as you
how
should
what they're
feel
going
that way
through.
because that was the intended effect. And
The intended, yeah, yeah.
I watched that with Space Nymph when we were in Switzerland, and obviously me being me is like, you want to watch this film? The cinematography is so beautiful, but also weird. And then it gets like when it gets really dark, she was like, I don't know if I can watch any more of this, but I did force her to watch it, and she was very happy to do that. So,
Yeah.
one thing I'll say here is this: we could do this, or we could save it for a later episode. If we wanted to do the big train spotting episode, I mean, there's two. There's train spotting and then T2, and I just cannot imagine even watching train spotting one and not watching the second. So, if you're up for watching the second as well, um, let me know. But if not, we'll save that for a future episode because we have to revisit it. Because again, it's or even there's another great movie about drugs, and it's a sequel to the best movie about drugs.
I think we should watch T2
Yeah,
as well.
the best part, I mate, if I rewatch it again, you said you watched Substance like 10 times. I don't even know how many times I watched Trainspotting. Like I could is everyone knows. I'm not even it's not even a spoiler, but it's like literally my favorite movie. So I just can't wait to talk about that. And Trainspotting 2 is ridiculously underrated. It's close to being as good as the first one, but in a different way, in my opinion. So we could do
Yeah.
a double T whammy.
All right, man. That sounds good.
Let's fucking do it, like, and it's the 30th anniversary. So, whoa, we're prescient. We're
There
on the
you
spot.
go.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, tune in
yeah.
next time, folks. Please watch Trainspotting if you haven't watched it already. What are you doing?
And the second one, we're
Including the Crypt
promising
Keeper.
it.
What is he doing with his life?
I know, right? Now I'm starting my life now.
It begins right now. No, it's. I'm glad you've not watched it because it'll just make it more interesting to dissect together.
It's been waiting for this exact moment in life.
Mm.
So yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is it. This is time is here. I almost saw it in theaters too because it got re-released,
Oh
but
wow.
I didn't. So yeah, no, it's here.
Yeah, if you can watch it in the highest quality, there's a great Criterion release of Trainspotting and exceptional quality. It's just fucking and it'll let you know what Scotland's like as well. That's been the big thing about it. It lets you know what Scotland is like to a T. Fucking T in the
Hmm.
park. Like, one last thing I'll say. Just what we had one last little comment here. Hey Vivec, absolutely love your videos and I'll always watch them. Thank you very much. I've been learning about psych and I've tried shrooms since then. Awesome. I hope your psychedelic journey is going well. Love your videos, bro. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And
Hell yeah.
Peanut Dubber, thank you for your input. Oh, let's before we go away, who got number one crown on your end? Because I think yours was different. My number one was
No,
Jack.
it was the same.
Oh,
It wasn't updated
he was
faster. I wasn't looking at
He
it.
was in the past, and now he's in the future. So, Jive Cat the Magnificent, number one. Thank you for the donation as well. I really appreciate that. Kitty Machine, number three. Contaminated Mike, number two. That's cool. We will never forget you. Anyway, guys, any last words? Le Trip Keeper.
Any last words?
Before you die. I think that,
I smell your fear.
there is last words, and you'll never hear from ever again. So,
Trainspotting is a terrible film. I hated it.
right, I'm gonna.
Worst movie I've ever seen.
You must,
Oh, gosh.
you must die. Right. Good night, good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. See you later.